Go, no, go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Go.
Vital.
Go fly.
Guidance.
Guidance go.
Inco.
Go.
Network.
Go.
Capcom.
We're go fly.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
It's time for Lovington Wildcat Football. Lovington Wildcat Football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Wildcat Football is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Service, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, and Lovington Schools. Lovington Football is also presented by Man Welding, B&B Rentals and Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, and Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Let's head to the stadium for the Stone Oilfield pregame show with Don Morgan and the voice of the Cats, TJ Miracle. Lovington Wildcat Football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
And welcome as we kick off the 2025 season. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from high above Watson Stadium here in Hobbs. The Eagles and the Wildcats to kick off the season. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan is field side. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight, and Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear and juggling the Cats back at One Radio Square tonight. So as we come into this one, the Hobbs Eagles going to be looking for a bit of revenge as Lovington has beaten them the last 2 seasons, and they are actually 4 of the last 6 against these Hobbs Eagles. So at least of late, the Wildcats have had the better of this rivalry as the team captain's moving out to make the toss and the greetings. Bring in Don Morgan. And Don, we kick off the season and hopefully going to be a good one, but a lot of new names and some new places.
Definitely got some new names, but got a nice of seniors still to really, provide some leadership out there. So, I mean, when I'm looking at the roster, their first 10 names on that roster, they're seniors. And that's good to see because they've got the experience and the leadership, and this team's going to be really counting on them. But they're counting on those new names, those new faces in positions to really step it up and fill in for those, those players we lost, after the last year. So it's important.
Well, it certainly is. Of course, that's the way high school works. You graduate through, and you're going to have new kids step up to the plate. Of course, the new starting quarterback for the Wildcats this season will be Justin Allen. We actually saw Justin in a mop-up role last year against Goddard, threw one pass and then was hurt on his second play in. So don't really know what he's got, but he does have a couple of years down on the JV team for experience as the toss is done, and I'm having to stare through windows that haven't been cleaned in about 15 years. And so it'll be Lovington to receive the kickoff, looks like, as Hobbs won the toss but deferred.
Yeah, and those windows are not just a little murky. They're you've got the sun in your eyes too, at least for a bit before the sun goes down behind the stadium. So it's a bit of a battle when these are the first of the season games begin here. Now, time for the national anthem.
All right, so we will take a timeout, come back, and continue the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And Oilfield Services pregame show here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. Stone Oilfield Services, W.H. Stone, and the whole Stone family. They're your friends in the oil patch, and they are fantastic supporters of our kids and community. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Watson Stadium, and with the sun in my eyes right now as the Lovington band plays the Lovington School Song for the first time this season. The Hobbs School Song will follow that. The Battle of Lee County. Never really liked that because they are friendly rivals, but hey, this is the way we kick off the season, Dawn Morgan, and we were talking when they went to the national anthem about Justin Allen taking over as the new quarterback, but we do have some familiar names, as you mentioned, especially in the receiving corps with Jaden Gutierrez, Elijah Rivero, Kyler Reeves, and Chase Terrell, all names we called quite a few times last season.
Yes, we did, and these guys, collectively racked up a lot of receiving and rushing yards, and I tell you what, that's definitely going to be something that the team is going to be looking toward. What's nice is to have options, a lot of options. The depth and the number of options in terms of running and receiving, that's really what helped fuel Lovington and into their extremely good records over the last few seasons. And that's again, those senior names, that's really important for this Lovington Wildcat team, especially to try to set the tone early.
Well, and setting the tone early is going to be important in Lovington, and I think Coach Bailey would agree with this, and he said it. They've got kind of the same makeup and look that they've had in the past couple years, but they also are not very deep. And that's not to say that there's a problem, but especially on the line, when you've got guys playing both ways, they are going to get tired. And I think we saw that a lot last year. First quarter, third quarter, I think Lovington won every single one of them, except maybe the Artesia games last year. But, after that, when the big boys up front got gassed, they just had trouble protecting and blocking and opening holes, and then on the defensive side, getting to the quarterback. So it's going to be important, I think, for Lovington, Dawn, to control the pace of the game. You spend less energy when you're on offense than you do on defense, and Lovington did a good job of that sometimes last year, but they're going to have to find a way to protect that line a little bit this year, led by Alex Rivera, who does have quite a bit of Division I interest. So, he's going to be the anchor on that line this year and going to be the key for a lot of what happens in the Wildcat season, I think.
Yeah, and so much, though, it depends on the stability of your center and, of course, the talent and the quickness of your quarterback. And with a new quarterback this year, I think it's going to be really interesting. All eyes are going to be, on him, on the ability to get the ball, to manage the ball, to get it out of the hands quickly, and that helps the line from expending so much energy, holding back and protecting the quarterback. So all of those things come into play. I know that Coach Bailey is leaning heavily on his assistant head coach, who also is the offensive line and defensive line coach, and he's dealing, and I know that they focused a lot on that, of how do you, besides other than just being really fit, really trained, really ready, conditioned, how do you try to, go both ways, offensive and defensively, and still do that efficiently but get the most out of your lines. And I think a lot of the time what they did last season, they substituted pretty frequently, trying to keep the stronger legs out there as much as possible. But, to give them a little bit of a break, you've got to get some players in, at least for a play or two, let them have a little rest, and then get those big starter linemen back on the line.
Well, you're absolutely right on that, and sorry about that, Tiff. I will turn myself down just a little bit. That may be the first time in history Tiff's had to tell me to turn down. Yeah, well, the first time this season. Anyway, now on the other side of the football, we've talked about Lovington, but, this is a Lee County battle as the Hobbs Eagles come into this. They've got some new faces over there, too, with Junior Madrano taking over as the quarterback this season, and his weapons are, he lost a lot of them from last year. Braddock Beatty and Justice French are both back in the receiving corps. They can run the ball a little bit, too, and Seamus Wright is, I think, picked to be the number one running back, but I got a little intel on that. We don't know for sure that Wright is going to be suited up and playing today. Apparently a little bit of an injury there, but so don't know how that will affect the Hobbs Eagle running game under now longtime head coach Ken Stevens. And Hobbs, I think, coming into this a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and something to prove, because 4 of the last 6 in this rivalry have belonged to the Wildcats, and they've been, the last 2 especially have been thrilling games as the 2 teams come out onto the field. The Eagles are wearing the road black tops with the mustard yellow gold pants and gold letters and numbers. The Cats in the all-white unis tonight with the blue letters and numbers and Cats in script on the side. A pretty good crowd on hand, as you would expect, for the Battle of Lee County. Getting ready for the kickoff of this one. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Wildcat football is here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back as we prepare to kick off the 2025 football season. The practices are over. The hype is done. It is time to get the Friday night lights underway, New Mexico style,
from high above Watson Stadium here in Hobbs, New Mexico. The visiting Lovington Wildcats come in right now ranked at number 3 in Class 5A, behind, no surprise, the defending state champion Roswell Coyotes and the Artesia Bulldogs. They come in at number 14 overall on the season. For the Hobbs Eagles, they are currently ranked at number 6 in 6A and number 8 overall in the state of New Mexico. With Don Morgan fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle, Braden Cooper running the camera, Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on everything back in the studio as we get ready to kick this one off. Thoughts, Don, as we start the 2025 season under the Friday Night Lights for the Wildcats?
Man, it feels good to be back here. It feels great. I think everybody's ready. This team sounds like they are so up for this, and they are definitely ready. It feels good to be among them over here on the sidelines, be listening, and I'm ready for that to midway through to be smelling the sweat.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised, as hot as it is, at least up course the press box here is it's a sweat box. It always has been early in the season or in the summer, as we all well know. So the Eagles won the toss and deferred, and it will be Lovington football. They will receive the kickoff, and while I'm having to look through the windows that haven't been cleaned since they redid the press box about 15 years ago, I'm going to definitely need some help down there, Don.
Oh, yeah, and it's so noisy. I really couldn't hear anything you were just saying. So, it's kind of like it's the smile and nod, but you can't nod on the radio.
And actually, Lovington won the toss. I got that completely backwards.
Yeah,
and I'm going to blame it on the windows. They won the toss and deferred, so it'll be Hobbs football to start things off. I was like, wait a minute, what's Caleb doing out there getting ready to kick? Caleb Aranda, the leg, is back to do the kicking duties this season.
I heard one of the coaches go up, one of the assistants ask Coach Bailey, which way are we kicking? Which way are we kicking toward, So it's like, all right, we'll make sure that we got the team out there on the right side.
French and Mora back deep to receive. I'll have to see if I can catch that other number as we can. So it'll be Hobbs' offense with the first chance. Lovington kicking it from left to right, 88 degrees at kickoff, with a light breeze, but hardly moving the flagpole. So Caleb's got it teed up at the 40, kicking towards the north end zone. And here we go. The 2025 season is underway. It's a high end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded back at the 5, bringing it across to the 10, to the 15, out to the 20. Flags fly, looking for some room, getting some end room, and moving up the sideline. That is French. He is high, stepping across the 50 to the 40, and finally run out of bounds at the 30-yard line inside of Lovington territory. Pardon me, that was Mora. But we got flags everywhere. We're going to have excessive celebration, and I think we've got a hold all the way back at the other end of the field maybe. I thought I saw a flag come out back there, but already an early penalty, at least one of them. We'll see how it goes.
That was number 10, Caleb Aranda, who forced the Hobbs runner out of bounds.
Aranda, the kicker, having to come over and make the save there as we wait for the man in the white hat to signal what the penalty is. That was a whale of a return. That's a 70-yard return. And we will have personal foul. And it'll be on Hobbs, and so that'll move them back 15 yards. And so Lovington gets a bit of a break on a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, but Hobbs is still going to have fantastic field position to start. Put them at the 47-yard line, already inside Lovington territory, so the pressure already on the Cats.
Yeah, but it could be worse. It could be worse. That penalty is a gift. Lovington needs to use it.
Medrano is the quarterback. He'll come out in the shotgun, and he will hand it off. And right there is Rivera after a 2-yard gain. Nowhere to go for the Hobbs running back. Let's see who comes out of the bottom of the pile with that, and that was actually Medrano keeping it himself, and it'll be a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles.
And Chris Casadas of Lovington was in early on that stop. He came up from the bottom of the pile as well.
Hobbs with trips to the right side, a single receiver to the left. Medrano is the quarterback, and whistles sound.
I think there was movement on the line by Hobbs.
And let's see, it will be waiting on the official word, as the official talking to Medrano back there.
Yeah, I think it was
Seamus, and Seamus Wright is in the game, so that's good news for the Eagles. And nope, they waved it off.
They waved it? Wow.
So 3 across the front for the Wildcats. Hand it off to Wright. He's going to come to the left side. He gets out of a tackle, and he'll get up to the 40-yard line.
So it'll be a pickup of about 6 for Seamus Wright, and that brings up a manageable 3rd down and about 3 for Hobbs. That's one thing we did see, especially later in games last year. The Cats, especially when they got tired, and they shouldn't be tired yet, they quit wrapping up, just trying shoulder tackles, and that's kind of what happened that time, and that's not going to work against some of these backs like Wright.
Yeah, it's one thing Lovington has been plagued with over the last few seasons. They've really had to work on finishing the tackle technique.
3rd down and 4, and it'll be Medrano keeping it himself on the fake handoff. A little shake and bake. He crosses the 35 and is down to about the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that'll be enough to move the chains. 1st down for the Eagles. So the first down of the season for Hobbs. A little misdirection play, and Lovington kind of bit on that, and that let Medrano get the edge. So from the 32-yard line, deep inside Lovington territory, Hobbs on the march. Their opening possession of the ball game, less than right at a minute gone. From the shotgun, Medrano with it, looks left, throws left, has a man, throws it over the head of his intended target down there. That was Wright, and Wright is down.
He slid down. It looks like he just slid, and he's having a little trouble getting up. But he definitely kind of did the splits, so it's probably kind of painful. On the stop, though, on the coverage, rather, not the stop, Alex came, and Jaden Gutierrez, number 3 and number 14 down there, providing the coverage.
And it was pretty good coverage. It looked like he'd gotten free for just a moment, but good speed to play catch-up and to get him in. So maybe just a cramp down there.
Well, I've got a minute. I double-checked. Thank you to the managers, the girls managing the team over here on the sideline for the Cats. I ran the roster by them, said all the names, and had them tell me a few of them I wasn't quite sure about. So any errors that I still make are my own, but thanks to that crew. They're out hydrating the players right now, and it's definitely hot. There's a nice breeze over here, and those shadows from the shade is welcome, but, man, it's still warm down here.
And that was actually Estrada up and hobbled. You certainly hope that young man is okay. So they blow the whistle, and they are actually, there we go. Yep, they're getting everybody back over after the injury timeout. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Watson Stadium in Hobbs. Braden Cooper running camera. Don Morgan patrols the field side. Send a man in motion right to left for the Eagles. Medrano from the shotgun. He will hand it off to Wright, who is met right at the line and dropped. Great job by Rivera. He just came through and popped Seamus. No. Drops him back for a 2-yard loss, and it'll be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, number 53, Sterling White on that. He was right there helping drop that man. It was great.
Sterling White, just a sophomore, getting some time in there and anchoring that right side of the line. Hobbs with twins left, twins to the right, and Lovington got caught jumping off sides, trying to time the count, and it'll be a false start on the Wildcats offsides. So that'll move Hobbs up. You cannot give a team like the Eagles 5-yard gifts because they go from it being 3rd down and 12 to it being 3rd down and about 8 now.
Yeah, a lot more manageable.
Yes, it is.
They're already whistling, let's play.
Hobbs is going to send 3 receivers to the right side, a single receiver to the left, right in the backfield with Medrano. Medrano waits on it. Lovington shows blitz. Hobbs picks it up. Now Medrano gets the happy feet, goes left, still looking to go left, turns on the Jets, gets across the 30, and then is going to be knocked down and out of bounds by Kyler Reeves. And also in on that stop was Alex Kame.
And Mien Bustillos.
So
number 0.
Going to be about we'll call it about a 4-yard gain there for Medrano. He's got 3 carries for 9 yards. And so now decision time for Coach Ken Stevens. I have a feeling it's no decision at all. He's going to go for it with 9:44 to go here in the first quarter on the opening drive of the ball game. 4th down and a long 3 for Hobbs, sitting on the Lovington 26-yard line. As whistles sound and timeout going to be taken by the Wildcats. So a timeout for Lovington with 9:30 to go here in the first, facing a 4th down situation. We'll take a quick timeout as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
And welcome back to Wildcat football out of the Lovington timeout. Hobbs facing a 4th down and 3, but deep inside Wildcat territory. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. They need to get it down to the 18. So decision time. Coach Ken Stevens choosing to go for it. Medrano is the quarterback. He's got 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Hobbs driving to the south end zone. Send a man in motion. That is French from right to left. Looking left. Medrano hit just as he lets it fly, and Lovington gets through. And that was Bustillos again who put the big boom on Medrano. Incomplete pass, and it'll go over on downs. Wildcat football. The defense bends but does not break.
Yeah, nice work. Bustillos coming over here, getting a nice low 5 from one of the coaches. Good work on the field. That's how you want to start. You want to know that you can hold them, at least early on in the game. It's what you expect your fresh linemen to be able to do, and they delivered.
Yes, they did. So now it'll be time for the Wildcat offense to see the new iteration of it. Some new names out there, but very much going to see many of the same formations and things that we are used to seeing. Lovington going to split trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. That's Reeves by himself to the right. Allen with it, handoff on the first play of the ball game, going to the left, and not a lot of room to run for Zach Diaz. Diaz going to wind up getting back to the line of scrimmage, but no more before he gets chased down on the near side by the Hobbs Eagles, led by Mike Meredith.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication, I think, by the line there, because a couple of guys ran into each other trying to make the block. So, just kind of, I think, first game jitters, shaking off the rust, and they're ready.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 26-yard line. Trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. Cats moving from the left to right. That is to the north. Throw the wide receiver screen, and that one is going to be dropped, and almost a backwards pass as Elijah Rivero, I think, heard footsteps coming up on him and coming up hard by one of the Hobbs defensive backs. That was actually, I think, Adrian Mora, who's playing both ways. Incomplete, and so it'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Wildcats. They used that little wide receiver slot screen to pretty great effect last year. You're trying to get it early, but all right, now maybe you got the jitters out and see what you can do on a 3rd down and 10. Lovington sends trips to the left, twins to the right. Empty set in the backfield for Allen. Barks out the signals, has it. 3-step drop, looks, fires over the middle. Has a man wide open at the 40 to the 42-yard line. That is Jayton Gutierrez, and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. That is good for 16 yards.
I don't know what kind of an attention.
16 yards to Gutierrez. So 1st down for the Wildcats. As I don't know how Jayden slipped through, but he did. And he got out there and made it work. Good coverage once they realized they'd lost him. Hobbs, a very speedy secondary. So Lovington now up at the 42-yard line, still in their own territory. Handed off to Diaz. Actually, no. Check that. It is going to be Allen keeping it himself, and he'll run right into the teeth of the Eagles line.
Oh, man, they nailed him early and pushed him way back.
Yeah, they're going to give him forward progress of 2 yards, but Allen got hit and hit hard right in the middle. I think that was Meredith, and I'm trying to catch that other number. Also in on that stop was Amron Wheeler, the junior defensive end. So a 2-yard pickup for Allen, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Season opener for both the Cats and the Eagles. No score yet in this one. Twins left, twins right. Low snap, Allen handles it. Comes underneath, has a man across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Gutierrez is going to pick up about 4 yards on that one. He's got 2 catches for 20 yards.
He had to reach back out across his body and just barely catch that. Hang on to it. Nice keep.
So now you've got a 3rd down and call it 5 for the Wildcats. They converted their last 3rd down. Can they do it again? As Allen brings the play in from the sideline. Just shy of midfield from the Wildcat 47-yard line. Hobbs looks like they're only going to put 3 men across the front. Lovington bunches in tight on the left side.
Single back in the backfield. Allen with it. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. Goes left across the 50 out to the 48-yard line in Eagle territory. Going to be very close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot. But got a little room and managed to go up under there before the Hobbs secondary could come up and make that stop. I will say who that is if the young man will turn around. That's Adrian Mora on the stop. Yeah. And they give him the spot, and so move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Yeah. That'll be their second first down here of the drive.
I was pretty sure. I usually don't say or predict unless I'm pretty sure. When I say he's got it, I thought so. I'm glad to know.
Now Lovington going to flip the formation, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Allen with it, play fake, comes across the middle and overthrows everybody. Dangerous throw as Rivero would cut inside, and it looked like running the up route was another man, and Allen threw it right between them, and nobody there but a couple of Hobbs Eagles. Very lucky that one wound up on the green instead of in the hands of the black and gold.
Yeah, Javen Hernandez almost picked that one off.
So it'll be second down and 10 for Lovington. 6:11 to go here in the first quarter. Halfway through the first quarter, no score. Lovington managed to force the ball over on downs for the Eagles on their first possession. So now they come in, 15 seconds on the clock. This gives your linemen a chance to breathe a little bit too. Looks like they're going to have to move, though. They've already burned one timeout. Now they'll come up with 6, with 5, with 4, with 3, and whistle sound. And Coach Bailey.
He didn't want to take a chance.
Nope, he's going to have to burn his second timeout. So Lovington down to just a timeout. 6:11 to go here in the first half. Lovington and Hobbs, no score. We're back in 30 seconds here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. And back here at Watson Stadium, season opener for the Lovington Wildcats and the Hobbs Eagles. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan fieldside. Braden Cooper running the camera rig tonight from here at Watson Stadium. Thanks for being with us, of course. We're brought to you by our friends at Battle Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, Man Welding, the Lovington Schools, B&B Rentals, Stone Thriftway, and Aftermath Hot Oil. So after the timeout, it'll be second down and 10 for the Wildcats. They are into Hobbs territory. Spot the ball at the Eagle 40, call it the 48-yard line. So from the 48, first and 10 for Lovington. Split twins to the right side, single receiver left. They've got a tight end on the left side, and they will shift that tight end towards the middle of the line. Hand it off Diaz on the sweep. And is going to get to the 45-yard line, moving it around. It'll be a pickup of about 3 for Diaz before he is brought down. Big numbers, I think that's 18. That's Derry Rodriguez. But it'll be a pickup of 3 for Diaz. And so it'll be third down and 7 now for the Wildcats.
Yeah, as Kyler Reeves comes out and Justin Allen going back.
Oh, so they ran the Wildcat on that one. I'm sorry, I completely missed that. I'm going to blame it on the sun being right in my eyes. Hopefully in the next 5-6 minutes that will completely go away. So Allen back in the game with trips to the left, twins to the right, empty set in the backfield. Send Gutierrez in motion. They will pitch it to Gutierrez on the end around. Jaden looking for some room, and the ball comes out, and it's across the 40, and Hobbs says they have it as Gutierrez picks up about 3 yards on the play, but then coughs it up. So the 3 yard, but then the fumble, and it'll give it over to Hobbs after the fumble. So now the defense is going to be back on the heels, and Hobbs, good field position once again.
Well, Lovington doesn't get a chance to march down and penetrate enemy territory on this drive, but they ate some time off the clock, and maybe they can work on trying to shake something loose or at least hold. It's going to be really important for the D to try to keep Eagles from scoring on this drive.
So it'll go to the 40-yard line after the fumble. Hobbs in their own territory. 5:18 remaining here in the first. No score. Medrano in the backfield along with Seamus Wright. Looks for it, throws the screen over to the left side. That is complete, and not a lot of room to run. Is Lovington doing a nice job there? Was that French who got that, Dawn?
I think it was Leo Yaquez. I think it was number 6. Let me look.
Number 6, okay. We'll go with that. So Yaquez makes the grab, no completion on it. It is the first completion of the season for Medrano, but Hobbs still looking for their first yard through the air.
It actually may have been number 2. It actually may have been Beatty Braddock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Braddock Beatty. So Beatty with the reception. So now trips to the left side, single receiver to the right, actually twins to the right, empty set in the backfield for Medrano. Medrano going to take it, rolls near side, looks, pumps, has to tuck it, take it himself, and
nice.
He will slip down on the turf.
Guess who?
As that will be Rivera. He will get credit for the sack as Medrano going to go down, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Actually,
and that was Joaquin Vasquez, number 8.
Give him a half sack and then give the turf monster the other half. Yes, I stole that from Brad Sham, and no, I have no shame about that.
No shame about Sham. Stealing from the best, that's okay.
That is. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left on 3rd down and 12 for the Eagles. Medrano with it, steps up in the pocket, lets fly. He's got a man running down the seam and overthrows his intended target, as that was Justice French. He had about a half step down there on Chase Terrell, but overthrown. And so now it'll be 4th down and 12, and I bet we see the punt unit out for the Eagles here, or maybe not. Nope, as it looks like Medrano going to stay on the field. And so Hobbs going to play with the free possession here and go for it again on 4th down.
Yeah, excellent coverage. Excellent reading of the offense by Lovington's D on that play, and really nice coverage downfield. And it was just a little underthrown as well, I think, or overthrown, rather.
Twins to the right side, and yep, they'll just do the little pooch kick with Medrano. Nobody back. It'll bounce at the 25, and then pretty much just die right there. It takes a little bit of a Hobbs bounce, and it'll be downed at the 22-yard line, as flashing down was Joshua Ortiz. So Ortiz will down it, and Lovington will be back pretty much where they started a little while ago, a little bit further back. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Right now, 3:47 to go here in the first quarter. No score yet, as the defensives have held sway thus far.
All right, they spotted that right on the 22.
So from the 22-yard line, Lovington has the football. Their second possession of the ball game. Still no score in this one.
They got a lot of field to go, but boy, they would love to march this down and punch it in, get on the board first.
Again, this is the chance you've got to control timing and control the clock. And handing it off, Diaz got a little seam, crosses the 25-yard line. He'll be right at the 25, I think, where they're going to spot him before he is brought down by Gavin McPherson. So Diaz with about a 2-yard, wow, they spotted him at the 24, so only a 2-yard gain for Zach. I thought he got the 25.
Yeah,
but
I thought he got 4 on that, but okay.
So it'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. And there's nothing wrong with 3 yards in a cloud of dust football, but you got to get the 3 yards to keep the chains moving. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, tight end on the right side. Hand it to Diaz, goes left side. He might have got the 25 this time, and it becomes a rugby pushing match. So a 1-yard pickup that time for Diaz, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he got stood up pretty good by Mike Meredith on that, one of the big linemen that Hobbs has.
Meredith having a pretty good game so far. Dylan Sanchez, the 5'7", 260-pound senior, also in on that stop. So now 3rd down, and they're calling it 6 on the board, but it sure looks like 7 from up here. It's between the 25 and the 26, so we'll call it 3rd and 6.5. We can't put 6.5 on the score bug, but so Lovington going to bunch him in tight on the left side. Single receiver down to the right. Pitch it out. That'll be Diaz looking for some room to run. Runs into Meredith again behind the line, and he's going to get blown up. As it looked like Hobbs was in the huddle on that one, knew what was coming. Diaz going to lose 3 yards on the play, and so it'll be 4th down and 9. It'll be punt time for the Wildcats.
Yeah, for sure. And the punt team has gone on. So special team performance, man, that's been key for Lovington the last 3 years. When their special teams have been a little weaker, the teams have been more vulnerable. When they're strong, they are unstoppable. So this is a good test of it.
Hayden Alexander taking over the punting duties, as now a whistle going to sound. And the official's going to talk about something. There's still plenty of time on the play clock. Not sure what the discussion's
about. They may be arguing about the spot.
And they're going to say false start on Lovington. So no argument about the spot. Lovington will pick up their second penalty of the ball game.
Ouch.
So that'll move them back even further. It won't change the plan or the play. It'll just move it backwards.
Now we got to have an especially good punt. Got to have.
Alexander, a soccer player, has a very good leg. He's got the ability to boot it all the way down if he catches it good. Single man back around the 42-yard line in Hobbs territory. High snap. Alexander handles it, kicks it, and that'll be kind of a knuckler, and it'll bounce at the 50 and then take a Hobbs bounce and be downed at the Lovington 46-yard line. So not a great punt. May have come off the toe a little bit for Alexander. So Hobbs will have their third possession of the ball game with 1:39 remaining here in the first. Still no score, but Hobbs has had pretty good field position all game. Lovington's defense has been playing with fire.
Back and forth, back and forth. It's been a pretty good battle so far, and I think Lovington is really gaining strength from the fact that they have not allowed Hobbs to score yet.
So from the Wildcat 46-yard line, Medrano will take back over Hobbs' third possession. Send a man in motion from the right to the left, though the wide receiver screen to right. He is tripped up at the 40, gets out of it, or at the 50, and then goes all the way up to the 40 before he is run down finally. So the little screen pass to Wright, and Wright is going to pick up 6 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles. First forward momentum on the passing game for Coach Stevens' Eagles squad. Give him 5 officially, so 2nd down and 5. 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Medrano waits on it. He'll take it himself. Then he does the option pitch out to right. Sweeping it out to the right side. Crosses the 35 to the 30. Still on his feet and finally knocked down at around the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 for Wright, and that will put the Eagles inside the Lovington red zone with their second first down of the ball game.
And they got a first down, but it was Joaquin Vasquez who made that stop.
Lovington bit on the little option look, and the option pitch worked. When they give you that look, you have to keep somebody on the pitch, man. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Now Coach Ken Stevens is going to take a timeout. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score, but Hobbs on the march. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
If I can hit all the right buttons, there we go. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan field side. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things and juggling the cats and the chainsaws back at One Radio Square tonight. Of course, 5 games involving Lee County teams, 2 of them here tonight. And no score and a timeout. Hobbs just shy of the red zone, as they'll have it 1st and 10, though, from the Wildcat 26-yard line. So Hobbs knocking on the door, 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Fake the handoff. Nope, they'll give it to Wright, and he bounces it to the outside, comes through and gets it across the 20. Now they're inside the red zone, or right at it. So Wright picking up some momentum there. They'll mark him right at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Seamus, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 for Hobbs.
Samuel Dean in on that stop.
And he got out, and it stops the clock at 11 seconds. So Hobbs knocking on the door inside the Wildcat red zone. Medrano with it, steps up, hit as he lets it fly, and that one will fall on the turf.
I think they're going to blow it dead.
Yeah, they are going to blow it dead, and that's the right call. But Jaden Garcia got through and blew up. Medrano was lucky to get that one away, and we got a flag on the play as extracurriculars.
And the question is, who started it? Well, the question may not be who started
caught.
it, but who got caught.
Yeah.
Because they almost never catch the first guy. This would be, now they throw another one on Lovington. As Lovington's coaches, though, well, they'll do that because the coaching staff came out and were at the middle of the field. So you're going to have probably offsetting penalties, I would bet. You're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on Hobbs, and then you're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lovington coaching staff, I would be willing to bet you. And so we'll just replay it from the spot. But we will see for sure.
Yeah, the refs all got their heads together, visiting a little bit. Lovington coaches don't seem too worried about this.
Yeah, I would, again, from what I saw, you're probably going to have offsetting penalties, just the way they threw it and the way they were pointing. So you're going to have, like I said, I would bet unsportsmanlike conduct after the play on Hobbs, which is 15 back, and then you're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct, illegal men on the field, that being the coaching staff, being about halfway out to the middle of the field, and that is in the books a penalty. So I would bet we've got offsetting, and I think that's what they're talking about now is, well, if they're offsetting, where do we put it?
Right.
I mean, you hate this because it overshadows a fantastic play by Jaden Garcia, the junior lineman who came through and blew up Medrano there.
Absolutely. And, it's going to be interesting. I think that the coaches would all agree they would rather take the penalty on themselves, on their shoulders, than see the players get into a full-on out there.
Well, and you may have an ejection at that point, and it is possible when a coach comes out like that, and if they throw a flag, they do have the option of throwing the coach out.
Yeah, but it was pretty much the whole coaching staff out there just to make sure that Lovington kind of stayed out of the fray as much as they could.
So, again, we're waiting on the call from the head officials. It looks like he's out there talking to Coach Bailey. There's 8 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. A lot going on, but no score. It is a good observation, Braden. Braden mentioning it's getting chippy, and it's getting chippy fast. Mm-hmm. You would expect to see that with these two teams. It is a rivalry game, after all.
Sure, all the excitement, the spirit, all of the hurry up and wait and let's get our season underway is all on the line.
We do have the Whitecap coming over, and so he's going to pick the flag up. Is he going to wave it off, though? I don't think he is, because there's still another one, more laundry out on the field. And now Coach Stevens is out there having a jaw discussion.
And in 8 seconds, we'll
be able to figure out what's going on at the end of the quarter, but no score in this one so far. As Lovington with a turnover that did not cost them, but then
probably just going to get the one play off, by the end of this first quarter.
And the question's going to be, where's the ball and what's going to be? Is it waiting on the man in the white hat to tell us?
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike.
On Lovington.
Yep.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Hobbs. We will offset.
There we go.
We will third down.
And so we will play third down. So it's like it never even happened. So the result of the second down play was an incomplete pass.
Right.
And so it'll be 3rd down and 5. Make it 3rd and 4 for the Eagles.
Right.
Well, what should be the final play of the quarter. See, I got my first call of the year right.
You got it. You called it.
I may not get another one all season.
Let's give you a black and white shirt.
Twins to the left, twins to the right. High snap. Medrano handles it. He hands it off on the little inside counter right. Stutter steps, finds a hole, and he's going to be driven out and knocked down at the 10-yard line. But it is good for about an 11-yard gain for Seamus Wright.
Elijah Rivero hitting him hard. He was part of a Lovington Wildcat sandwich on the other side. I didn't catch it because Rivero was so pumped about making that stop.
And it'll be at the 11-yard line, but it is a Hobbs first down. 1 second remaining here in the quarter, and they are just outside the 10. So 1st and 10 from the 10.5. Medrano and flags fly. That'll be a false start on the Eagles. Don't think there's any question about that, and so you will have.
Illegal procedure.
Yep. False start on Hobbs, 5-yard penalty. So their second penalty for 20 yards.
And no time on the clock.
And so that will, there should be 1 second on the clock.
And they put it back.
Well, that'll put Hobbs back at the 15.5-yard line. 1st and 15 from the 15.5. The final play of the quarter. Medrano tries to get it back. Lovington almost jumps on the hard count, manages to pull it back. Still plenty of time on the play clock, 10 seconds to go. Medrano changes the play at the line, right on his left shoulder. Good snap, Medrano with it. Looks, fires over the middle, and incomplete as through behind his intended target.
Justice French.
And so that'll end the first quarter of play. No score in this one, but Hobbs knocking on the door. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back. Start of the second quarter from here at Watson Stadium. Season opener, the Eagles and the Wildcats. Welcome back to Wildcat Football here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols the field. Braden Cooper running the camera. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at the studio. It'll be 2nd down and 15 from the 16-yard line as we flip ends of the field. Now Hobbs driving towards the north end zone. So the teams have just kind of battled back. Hobbs a much better offensive performance in the first quarter than Lovington, but still no score on the board. Now they're knocking on the door. Medrano with it. He'll keep it himself. Goes up, and he will take it back to the 10-yard line as he gets the penalty back as Alex Rivera reaches out and grabs him. It was Rivera and also Garcia.
Dean Samuel and Mian Bustillos.
So it'll be a 6-yard pickup for the junior quarterback, Junior Medrano. He's got 5 carries for 13 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Hobbs. And I've got to think this is 4-down territory here for the Eagles. Just underway second quarter, no score. But inside the 10-yard line now, Hobbs with a 3rd down. Medrano high snap, rolls right, directs traffic, fires, and skips it into his intended target as he tried to get Justice French sliding on the inside. Rivero was on him, and French goes, "What are you doing, buddy? You got to get it up a little bit." Incomplete. And it'll be now 4th down and 9. Medrano is just 2 for 8 for 6 yards in the first half thus far.
They're well inside the red zone. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they're going to go for it as Seamus Wright brings in the play from the sideline, or comes back in anyway. Hobbs with the hand signals and the helmet radios.
And there goes Josh Bailey going out to pump up the crowd, get everybody involved, let his team hear the support from the blue-clad faithful.
So another 4-down situation for the Hobbs Eagles with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, and they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game for the Hobbs Eagles. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and it took them too long to get it, so delay of game on Hobbs, and so 5 yards back, so it goes from being 4th and 9 to 4th and 14. If I'm Coach Ken Stevens, he's got a kicker. There is nothing wrong with a field goal to break this one open because you kind of get the feeling that might open the floodgates, but he's going to go for it.
That's kind of what I thought when they got that penalty. I thought, well, that moves it back and actually makes it easier, better for a kicker at that point.
They are going for it on 4th down and 14. Medrano with it, steps up in the pocket, lets fly, going to the back corner of the end zone and overthrows his intended target, Ortiz. And nobody was catching that one except the guys working on the inflatable eagle. Incomplete, and for the second time in the ballgame, it'll go over on downs to the Lovington Wildcats. 11-17 remaining in the first half, no score.
Yeah, the seesaw continues here in this game, just back and forth, back and forth.
If you would have asked me with a minute gone basically in the second quarter what I thought the score would be, 0-0 would not have been the guess.
You and me both. And I think a lot of people here would have said the same thing. No, you're fine.
So now Lovington will take back over. Allen with it, actually from the shotgun. Rivero with it from the Wildcat, and Elijah will sweep it out to the right side, turn it up. He crosses the 15 to the 16-yard line. Rivero, we'll give him a yard on that one, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Nowhere to go. Javen Hernandez was...
And now we've got flags coming in, and I have a feeling they just... They tacked somebody.
Yeah, Jeremiah Mackey was in on that stop for Hobbs as well early on.
You've got Peyton Atwood clapping, so it might be dead ball personal foul on Hobbs, but I don't know. Again, things getting a little chippy and a little mouthy out there.
Yeah.
And if you say something loud enough for the officials to hear it, they are going to call you.
And the Whitecap has one of the refs that they're in conference right here near the sideline.
So the head official, let's see what he calls. He hadn't called anything yet. They're having a long discussion about this. So waiting.
Picked up the flag, but there's... Okay, now he goes. Here comes Whitecap.
So it'll be unsportsmanlike conduct on Hobbs.
Number 15 from Hobbs is ejected for a second.
Wow,
Whoa.
and they are going to eject Amron Wheeler.
Wow.
So ejected for the 2nd personal foul, so that's a big loss. That junior 6'3" defensive end had been given Lovington fits, and so not only do the Eagles give up 15 yards, they lose one of their best players on defense.
Yep.
And you could hear the collective groan. The press box here at Watson Stadium is on the home side, and you could hear the boo birds come out. So automatic 1st down for the Wildcats, their 3rd of the ball game. So now it'll be an empty set in the backfield for Allen, and he will throw the screen. Rivero gets it at the 30, turns the corner, gets away from it at the 35 to the 40, finds the seam and is tripped up and rolls at the 49-yard line.
But there's a flag. I think there's a hold in the backfield maybe.
Well, that would have been good for, we'll call it 17 yards, but we'll see, and it will be holding on Lovington, and so that'll wipe out the completion and the 1st down. So we'll replay it. It's 10 yards from the spot. So they'll move him back to the 30, and so it winds up being 3rd down, or rather 1st down and about 13. Ouch, that one hurts. You get a gift, but then you give it right back.
Exactly. My phrase coming up exactly there.
That was a bit of a problem last year for the Wildcats, too, was the holds. So it'll be 1st down for the Lovington, but now it's 1st and 13 as they'll put the ball right at the 30. They need to get it out to the 43-yard line. Twins left, twins to the right from the near hash mark. Allen surveys the field, gets it. 2-step drop, pressure comes, steps up in the pocket, rolls, fires,
nice.
Has a man, that's Rivero on the crossing route. He's to the 40, 45 to the 50. Little stutter step, a spin move, and down to the Eagle 47-yard line. Move the chains, 1st down Wildcats. That is 23 yards to Elijah Rivero, his 1st catch of the season. And the Cats move the chains again.
If it hadn't been for Javen Hernandez and Robert Garcia, he would have been gone to the end zone. So those two working the stop for Hobbs.
So Lovington will penetrate as they over-pursued on the blitz, and Allen managed to get away from it, and that left Rivero wide open, crossing over the middle.
And that showed a lot of poise by the quarterback to be able to throw on the fly after that broken play.
The junior hurler, and he will hand it off to Zach Diaz, and he's got some room as he'll bang across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Diaz. 6 carries, just 7 yards, but they've been tough ones.
Lovington is on the move. They've got the momentum. They've got the energy. Sideline is feeling really up. And I tell you what, coming out to get the play and moving back in.
2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats from the Eagle 43-yard line. Allen, high snap, handed to Diaz again, goes right into the teeth of the defense, and we've got a fight going on the near side. They weren't looking at it because they were watching what was going on, and Meredith collapses in again and gets another tackle. It'll be no gain for Diaz, and now it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Wildcats.
Ooh, it's gotta convert.
And I've got to think that this will be 4-down territory for Coach Bailey. Still no score in this one with 8:48 remaining here in the 1st half.
No, you just don't want to see them waste the momentum that they've built here. Keep it rolling.
Twins left, twins to the right. Hobbs shows blitz. Allen rolls to the right side, but flags fly before the play. You're going to have false start on the Wildcats. I'd be willing to bet you, and it will be, false start on Lovington. That'll be their 4th penalty for 25 yards. So move it back, and so it goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11. Another bad penalty that could potentially stall the drive.
Yeah, and, I really thought that carry was going to be a fake, the way that it was set up, but I kind of wished they had swept out on that.
So now 3rd down and 11 for the Wildcats. 8:25 to go in the first. Twins left, twins to the right. And Hobbs is going to jump this time as Allen got a little bit antsy right there. Or pardon me, that's Meredith and also on the far side, Sanchez. So they get the 5. They just lost back. And so now we're at 3rd down and 6 again.
I'm laughing because Damian Leyba, number 77 on the line, had to do a little bit of a dance. Not enough to catch the ref's attention, but he was kind of pointing the finger and dancing on that one.
So 3rd and 6 once again, and now Lovington will go empty set in the backfield. 3 to the right, twins to the left. Good snap, Allen with it, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Little stutter step, cuts it to the right side, has a little hole, is going to be close to the 1st down out at the 38-yard line. It'll depend on the spot. For Hobbs' secondary could come up and get him. It'll, again, depend on the spot. Jeremiah Mackey on the stop.
But Samuel,
and they're going to have him just about a half-inch shy of the 1st down.
Samuel Zimbardi actually was the first to run into him, stopped his momentum, and that allowed Mackey to reach out and pull him down.
So it'll be 4th down and about an inch for the Wildcats. They will be going for it with 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half, trying to keep things moving along in a quick-moving first half. We've seen a little bit of everything, but nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. So 3rd down and less than a yard. High snap, handed off. Diaz hit in the backfield. He didn't get it as Hobbs swarmed the middle of the line and got him. Why do you run right into the teeth of Mackey and Meredith? Because there's no way you're getting through that wall. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's just that play is not working. It hasn't worked at all for Lovington, and that time, Hobbs is staying home on that. It does not look like a fake, and he's telegraphing it.
You got to try and get around the edge on that.
Yeah.
Or something to the outside. So it'll be a 1st down and 10. And so Lovington over on downs with 7:13 remaining here in the first half of play. No score. So both teams have now turned it over on downs.
But they did eat 3 minutes of clock, and that's a good thing.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. It'll be right in the backfield. They'll throw the wide receiver screen near side to Ortiz. He's hit in the backfield, and we'll have flags come out as Gutierrez in on the stop. Also, Joaquin Vasquez. It'll be a loss of 4 if it stands, but I have a feeling we're going to get a face mask on this one.
I thought it would look like a late hit to me, but you're closer. That was on the sideline away from me.
Yep, personal foul face mask. And so the completion will catch, so it's a negative 3-yard completion to Ortiz, but they'll tack 15 yards onto the end of it, and it'll be a 1st down for the Eagles. 5 penalties, 40 yards for Lovington, and that'll be the 4th 1st down of the ball game for Hobbs, and it puts them right at midfield. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 50. Both teams with 40-plus yards in that as Medrano gets away from pressure, steps out of it, and now he's going to run forward and be pushed out on the near sideline by Kyler Reeves, but not before he picks up 5, make it 6 yards on the blown play. 6 carries, 19 yards for junior Medrano, and it'll be 2nd down and 4.
And Reeves and Bustillos both got to him pretty early, but they couldn't stop him, and he went right through them, went right by them.
Trying to shoulder tackle instead of wrapping up.
Exactly.
So Hobbs will send twins left, twins right from the near hash mark. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. That is Beatty. And they will just hand it up right up the gut to Seamus Wright, who bowls forward to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4-8 for Wright and move the chains. 1st down Eagles, their 5th 1st down of the ball game.
Yeah, and it looked like a fake early on, and then he handed it off, and, Lovington bit.
6 carries, 45 yards for Seamus Wright.
Twins left, twins right. They'll fake it, then they'll come near side to French. French across the 30, and he's finally going to be dragged down from behind. Grabbing him and holding on was Aiden Nunez. But it's going to be good for 13 yards on the wide receiver screen near side to Justice French. His first catch of the season.
Back-to-back first downs here as Hobbs is on a roll. Lovington's got to work to stop him.
Yes, they do. Knocking on the door of the red zone once again. Trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. Lovington puts 5 men across the front. It'll be Medrano keeps it himself. Huge hole on the right side. Cuts it back up in the middle to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown for Hobbs, the quarterback keeper for Junior Medrano, as he will take that one in from 23 yards out and put the Eagles on the board first. They lead it 6-0. The Wildcats had been playing with fire the whole first half, and it finally burned them.
Yeah, I mean, it was designed, you could tell from the beginning, it was designed as a quarterback keeper. Medrano, I think, and he just went through the holes. He got some good blocks, and he followed them right through.
And it'll be Braddock Beatty on to attempt the extra point. Left-footed kicker for the Eagles. High snap. And so it'll be French who's just going to have to take it and try and toss it himself. He'll throw it back across his body, wounded duck in, and that one knocked away and no good. And so with 5:52 remaining here in the first half, it's Hobbs 6, Lovington yet to get on the board. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard in their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
So the Hobbs Eagles will march it down the field and take it in on a 23-yard quarterback keeper by Junior Medrano. The point after is no good, but the Eagles strike first in the 2025 season and lead the Wildcats 6-0. High above Watson Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols field side. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight. So back here at Watson Stadium, Hobbs now with the first Eagle lead of the season. And Lovington had been bending and finally broke. So now Hobbs is going to kick it away. It'll be a wobbler. First chance for the Lovington special teams to come out. It'll be fielded, keeping himself 20 to the 25 and out to the 30-yard line. And still moving through. A good return to the 33-yard line for the Lovington Wildcats, as Jaden Gutierrez will give Lovington pretty decent starting field position. So now it'll be up to the Wildcats to answer with 5:44 remaining in the first on.
Yeah, and Lovington has got to really, Hobbs is just going to try to ride momentum off of that score. So Lovington, they've got to answer. I mean, they did a great job in that first quarter, holding the Eagles when the Eagles had possession, but now it's time they've got to.
Spotted at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lovington. Twins left, twins right. Diaz in the backfield with Allen. Allen tries the hard count. Meredith gets back on side. Now he's going to change plays at the line. You're out of timeouts with 3, with 2, with 1, and he's not going to get it off, and we are going to have a delay of game on the Wildcats. There's 6 penalty for 45 yards, and that's not how you want to start the drive here.
No, but better to do it now before they take, so they can take a deeper breath and better resolve.
Of course, you do have to remember this is the first start for Justin Allen. Jared Allen, he's a quarterback in the NFL. Justin Allen, the quarterback for the Wildcats. First down and 15 now inside the 30, back at the 27-yard line. Twins left, Twins to the right once again. Allen gets it, hands it off to Diaz. He comes to the near side. Not a lot of room to run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that, as Hobbs was in hot pursuit the whole way and putting the big hit on the near side. Gavin McPherson once again, so no room for Diaz. They're going to give him back to the line officially. 9 carries, 6 yards for Diaz, and it'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Wildcats.
It looks like Carter Moore coming out and Jaden Gutierrez going back in.
So Lovington has only put the ball in the air 5 times, and Allen is 3 of 5 for 43 yards. They've run the ball all added up in a minute. As Allen will take it, rolls to the right, looks, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, and he will toss it. And, oh, boy, that should be –
no,
actually, Hobbs should be able to pick that up because he didn't get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right. Zachary Diaz was in the neighborhood as he let loose of it, but that's not the point. It's where he was letting loose of it when he was behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to call the sack, and so it won't be an incomplete pass. It'll be a sack on Allen, and it'll take him all the way back to the 20-yard line. So it'll be a 7-yard sack, and credit that one to the Hobbs defense. And so now it's 3rd down and Eunice, basically, for the Wildcats. 3rd and 21. They got a ways to go. There's not much in the playbook for 3rd and 21.
Let it loose and say a prayer.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're thinking here. And they'll fake the handoff, back to pass. Allen dumps it underneath to Gutierrez, and he'll be hit behind the line, and he's actually going to lose a yard. It'll be a completion, but he's going to lose a yard. 4th down and 22, punt time for the Cats. I like the idea, but you had no luck moving into the middle of the Hobbs line. You're going to have to think about going to the edges at some point.
Exactly. Time and time again, when they've gone to the center,
with
short passes or with handoffs, Hobbs is right there.
They've given Allen plenty of time to throw it, though, so you take that and you're thinking good about it.
That's true.
3:54 to go in the first half. 6-0 in favor of the Eagles. Punt time for the Wildcats. Good snap. As Cats will get it away. It takes a big Wildcat bounce, and it'll go inside the 50, and it'll roll out at about the 43-yard line inside Hobbs territory. So 3:41 remaining here in the first half. 6-0 in favor of Hobbs. Hobbs does have 2 timeouts remaining. And Lovington, of course, will get the ball first in the second half.
Hobbs ball at the
Of course, you've got the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. And your Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation going into the half. Our first of those of the season. Welcome to Watson Stadium, the Battle of Lee County. On what's finally starting to cool off just a bit and become a pleasant night. So Hobbs will take back over. Twins left, Twins to the right. From their own 45-yard line, rolling near side, Madrano tosses it. Has French wide open at the 40, and another attempted just little tackle. And French goes right around him and then signals first down at the 32-yard line. So let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 yards to Justice French. But I have a feeling he's getting ready to lose 15 of them on a personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, and it looked like that ball got tipped by somebody. It looked like that ball definitely it got tipped, but it kept with forward momentum and ended up being in the hands of French.
And we're going to have unsportsmanlike conduct on Hobbs. And so it'll be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. And so when French popped up, and I think he said something, and then when he signaled emphatically first down, referees don't like it when you do that.
Yeah, it's like umpires. They don't like it when you call the balls and strikes, right?
No, they do not.
Football is the same. The refs don't like for you calling the plays. They'll do that. Thank you.
So it is from the end of the run, and so that'll make it first down and 25 for the Eagles. But they are still in Wildcat territory, spotted at the Wildcat 46-yard line. A lot of penalties here early for both teams. Hobbs with 60 yards in penalties, Lovington with 45 yards, so over 100 penalty yards combined thus far. And a little question about where the spot of the ball should be, and they decide it should be on the 49-yard line. Yeah, if it's on the 31, 15, okay, that works, I guess. And now they're debating on whether it's, okay, 1st and 10. Yep, all right, so they're going to move it back. I thought that was right, that they should move it back because it would have been a first down anyway. So that is the 7th first down, no matter how you look at it for Hobbs. But So now it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 49-yard line as the Eagles have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times and losing Amron Wheeler. He was ejected earlier. Fake the handoff to right. They'll come underneath into the near side, and we're going to have a flag on the play. I think we're going to have a roughing the quarterback play. Is that one to French, and he gets popped, and he's actually going to get back to the line. It is a completion. And so, yep, you will have roughing the passer, and you hate that for French because he grabbed it. But then it'll be a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty as now the Boo Birds in blue come out. So now Lovington has racked up 60 penalty yards.
And Garcia comes out, and Rivera goes back in.
So the teams trade.
And the coaches are just telling him, hey, don't get discouraged. It's okay.
So the teams trade 15-yard penalties, and they'll move it up to the 33-yard line. 3.5 minutes still to go. 120 penalty yards in the first half of this one. Ouch. And so a long time getting the play in. Eagles leading this one 6-0. Season opener for both squads. 6A versus 5A. Battle of Lee County. Trips left, single receiver right. Handed off to Seamus Wright. He sweeps it to the left side, looking for some room, and he will boom forward and run into the arms of Kyler Reeves and get it up to the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain for Wright. 7 carries for 48 yards for Seamus Wright. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fake there. A little misdirection.
And we will have a late substitute as Ricardo Rodello checks out. Another lineman checking in, and it'll be the option pitch to Wright coming near side, and he is hitting the backfield. Yep, they're going to get him on the horse collar. So it would have been a loss of 1, but instead it'll be a 15-yarder. So Wright will lose 1 on the play, but they'll get 15 for the horse collar. And yep, it will be personal foul, horse collar on Lovington. So another penalty on the Wildcats. And so that will be an automatic 1st down for Hobbs. And so that is now accepted penalties, 75 yards.
Wow.
For the Wildcats. Now the other one, the unsportsmanlike that offset, does not go in the statistics book. And so now it'll be inside the red zone. The Eagles taking advantage of the Wildcat miscues from the 18-yard line. High snap, play fake, Medrano to the end zone and almost picked off as Gutierrez had it and Braddock Beatty having to go into defensive back mode to knock that one away. Incomplete, and so it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 18.
Yeah, I think Gutierrez read that, and also, he read that just almost better than the Hobbs offense did.
So it will stop the clock as we click at 8:01. 2:39 remaining here in the first half. Hobbs up 6-0 and knocking on the door. Trips left, single receiver to the right in the backfield with Medrano. It'll be Medrano keeps it himself. He has a hole. He's across the 10 to the 5, and then he throws it backwards and into the hands of the Lovington Wildcats as he got in trouble. And so what that is going to be, it'll be Medrano with a 12-yard gain and an Eagle 1st down, and then he threw it backwards and right into the hands of Jaden Garcia. It'll be the first Hobbs fumble of the ball game, and the Cats can take advantage here.
Yeah, it got popped straight up. It got deflected and popped straight up. And when it came down, Lovington had it.
Oh, Jaden Gutierrez recovers the fumble. Garcia, thank you.
Yeah,
so
one of the big boys on the line.
Yes, it will be.
It's a good thing he came in. He came out for a couple of plays and went back in before that one.
So now back to the Wildcats. Allen with it. Back to pass. Throws it underneath. Has a man. That's Rivero. He's across the 15. Little spin move out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Elijah Rivero and 2nd down and 2.
And he took it and just crumbled because he was about to be hit on all sides. He had 3 Hobbs guys right there, but a nice gain for him before.
And Lovington with just 1 timeout. 2:08 to go. 2nd down and 2. And now from the 20-yard line, got to get the hurry-up offense out there. They trail by 6. Twins left, twins right.
Allen back to pass, looks near side, comes back across the middle and throws that one out of the reach of Rivero.
Yeah, hit the turf first, and Rivero was crossing, probably had time to get it. Had the throw been up a little more, so he could have scooped it up.
Not the worst thing in the world,
No,
because it
not.
does stop the clock.
Yeah.
You've got a 3rd down and 2.
And
You probably don't want to run it up the middle here,
No.
just saying.
But you got to have, and all you need is a couple of yards. You don't have to go for the end zone on this one. You just need to get the first down.
Yeah, get the first down, get a fresh set of downs, and go from there. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lovington moving right to left. Allen guns it out to the sideline, has a man across the 25
Chase
of the 26-yard line. Chase Terrell has his first catch of the season. It'll be good for 6 and move the chains. First down Wildcats, their 5th of the ball game.
And that looks so practiced. That looks so confident. Allen rolled out, and Terrell ran his route, turned around. They just needed a short pass. They needed it complete, and they executed that beautifully.
And the official is telling Hobbs to put 6 seconds back on the clock. They left it running. After a first down, it should have stopped until the referees told it to start. You see that in a lot of places sometimes.
Sure.
Even at ours. Twins left, twins right. Everybody's still working out the bugs. Allen keeps it himself. On the quarterback, keeper gets suplexed to the 29-yard line.
Yeah.
Pick up a 3 on the keeper for Allen. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
But he could have gotten stopped, and it could have been just 1. He spun, and he kept, he's showing some toughness.
Hurry up offense is on the field. 2nd down and 7. Allen with it. 3-step drop. Looks to the right now. He'll step up. He's got lots of room. He comes to the near side. Tucks it. Across the 35 and gets banged down
Man,
at
did
the
he.
38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the keeper for Allen. It'll move the chains. First down Wildcats. 1:11 to go. And the Cats finally finding a little offensive rhythm. Maybe they should go in the hurry up more often.
He took a hard hit to the helmet on that, but he took a lick, and he's kept on
Twins
ticking.
left, twins right, looks left, throws it over the head, and Rivero gets bumped before the ball even goes, and that would be pass interference on number 44, Gavin McPherson, except for the fact that that was an uncatchable ball, and so they aren't going to call that one. Elijah tried to sell it. He's not quite that good an actor yet.
Yeah, and Hobbs caught it, but luckily they were out of bounds.
He was out of bounds. So it'll stop the clock with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining.
As Allen went to the sidelines to get the play, and he's come back in the huddle now. We'll see what they've cooked up.
From the 38-yard line, Lovington still inside their own territory, trying to take advantage of a Hobbs turnover, trailing by 6. 3 receivers to the right side. Allen rolls right. Pump fakes, goes right. Now pressured, comes off the back foot, and that one's just going to head over into the band. So incomplete on the pressure. Good coverage down the field. Kept anybody from getting open, and then pressure on Allen, forcing him backwards and just having to toss it out. So now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Under a minute to play here in this quarter, or in this half. Hobbs leading 6-0 on a 23-yard quarterback keeper by Junior Medrano.
Sure would be good for Lovington to score right here, right before the half. Try to tie it up or go ahead.
Yeah, especially since you get the ball to start the second half.
You bet.
Of course, your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. Lovington will send 3 receivers to the right, single to the left. Allen with it, steps back, has time, good protection, now starts to break down, has to roll to the near side, tosses, comes sidearm, has a man at the 40 and in and out of the hands, incomplete as it hit Aiden Nunez in the hands, but he could not hold on to it. Incomplete. He found a soft spot in the zone, got in front of Robert Garcia, but could not hang on to that one, just a touch underthrown, and so now it'll be 4th down and 10. I've got to think the Cats are going to go for it with 45 seconds remaining in the half.
It was a little short, but it sure was a bullet, and I've been pretty impressed by this young quarterback. He's playing a pretty good first game, keeping a poise and working with.
And so, nope, the Wildcats are going to send the punting unit out as Alexander will come out to punt it away. You got Mora back deep to receive for the Eagles. Good snap. Alexander handles it. Gets it. It's an end-over-ender. It's going to bounce and take a little bounce, and then Hobbs will grab it on the bounce at the 35 to the 40. Mora comes across to the 45-yard line, and flags flying everywhere. Unsportsmanlike conduct or a late hit. You could have either one. I saw them both, and it'll be unsportsmanlike conduct on Hobbs, blocking the back. So that'll be moving them back 10 yards from the end of the play. So another Hobbs penalty. This has been a penalty fest in the first half. I can't remember if that's a 10 or a 15-yarder. Now there's 5. There's 10. Yep, it's a 10-yarder. Nope, it is a 15. You are correct, Braden. So now Hobbs with 75 penalty yards. So that's 150 cumulative penalty yards for the two teams in the first half. 36 seconds remaining here in this first half. Hobbs leading 6-0. As a new ball comes in from the Hobbs ball boy. Of course, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. We'll also have your Bob Thriftway coaches conversation, I do hope. Don Morgan on the sideline. TJ Miracle high above Watson Stadium. So Medrano has his troops back out there, and he will hand it off to Seamus Wright. Huge hole up the middle. He's across the 50 to the 45, and across the 40 to the 38-yard line. Seamus Wright, he flips it around on him. So let's see, that'll be 14, 15, 20, 25, 31 yards for Seamus Wright, and move the chains to the Eagles. Their 10th first down of the half.
Yeah, I think Jaden Gutierrez was actually the Lovington Wildcat who got to him first and kind of skidded and into him and kind of pushed him. So.
And we will have an injury timeout on the field as one of the Wildcats is down and not feeling good. We've got 30 seconds exactly remaining here in the half. So with the injury timeout, we'll take it with them. Wildcat football continues in a moment. Hobbs leads 6-0.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, Porta-John trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Chris Casadas is the injured Wildcat, and he's up and looking a little bit woozy as he is helped off the field. Welcome back after the injury timeout. A 31-yard gain for Seamus Wright as Hobbs just running it right up the gut. Wright 9 carries, 78 yards. The Wildcats, Junior Medrano not far behind him. He's got 8 carries for 54, so over 100 yards on the ground for the Hobbs Eagles in the first half. And now they are in Wildcat territory, trying to add on to a 6-0 lead. Hobbs will send trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Wright is in the backfield. They'll hand it to Wright. He comes near side. He's across the 30. Nothing but green. He is gone and into the end zone. Seamus Wright will take it 36 yards to the house, and Hobbs will go up 12-0, and that will give Wright 115 rushing yards and a touchdown in the first half as the seas just parted on the near side. He got a good block, and then all of a sudden there he went. Wright put it into a second gear and just cruised on in an overdrive into the Eagle end zone.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It was good play, well executed by Hobbs, and Wright's been just killing Lovington tonight. So.
Yes, he has.
But Lovington's still fighting, and here we are just right at halftime, and they've held Hobbs to 2 scores.
And so Beatty on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of French. Waiting on it. It's another high snap as Beatty will get it. He'll move around. He's got some room, and he'll turn it on, and he'll take it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion and make it 14-0. A blown play turns into 2 points for the Hobbs Eagles. So nothing going right for Lovington the last little bit, as this game is now 14-0 with 16 seconds to go. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to our friends at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Bob's Thriftway, the Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, B&B Rentals, Man Welding, First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Auto Supply, and Battle Energy, making Wildcat football possible here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So I have a feeling a lot going to be discussed. I mean, the Wildcats held. This game was 0-0, Dawn, until about halfway through this second quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
Hobbs has found something on offense, and they are made Lovington pay for it. Lovington has just not managed to find really any offensive rhythm except when they went to the hurry-up just a little bit. But
right.
Yeah, Hobbs right now, I don't have all the full numbers, but Lovington is going to be looking at about – let's see, that's 60, about 80 yards total offense, and they've had 75 yards in penalties. Hobbs going to be looking around 200 yards in offense to go along with 75 penalty yards. So, yeah, it's when you're getting basically, 2.5 yards to 1 yard on the offensive side of the ball, it's hard to win.
But Lovington has had possession of the ball for a lot of minutes of this game, and that has helped them.
And on the kickoff, this will be a short one. It's going to come to one of the up men. That's Chase Terrell. And Terrell gets it to the 32, make that the 27-yard line with 9 seconds to go. So if you are the Wildcats here, Dawn, do you just take a knee and head to the locker room, or do you try one or two plays?
I think why not go for it? You're 2 scores down at this point. You've got some seconds on the clock to work with. Go for it.
So we'll see what Coach Bailey is thinking here. With 9 seconds to go, the Wildcats have not had great field position. They are on their own 27-yard line, 1st down and 10. Time for one, maybe two plays. And we do have a different quarterback in the ballgame. Good eye, Braden. It's a new quarterback in the game for the Wildcats.
Well, it's still 18. He's out there,
so
but
that's still Allen.
Yeah.
And so the handoff, and Lovington will come up the middle with...
They had Zachary Diaz there.
With Diaz, and Diaz is going to pick up 7, and that will end the first half of play as the Lovington Wildcats trailing this one 14-0 to the Hobbs Eagles. And Dawn, whenever you are ready with Coach Bailey, just take it.
All right,
Lovington,
here he comes.
Our Bob Thriftway coach's conversation with Coach Bailey.
Coach Bailey. First half, you guys held Hobbs to no score for about for a quarter and a half. You got about 80 total offensive yards, but about 75 in penalties. What do you see out of that first half?
Yeah, the penalties are us just playing hard. They're not unsportsmanlike. They're personal fouls, but they're big. It's hard not to put your hands up in their face stuff sometimes. They're big, and our guys are playing hard as heck on the defense side of the ball. Offensively, we got to do a better job. We just got to move the ball consistently. We moved it a little bit a couple different times, and we're just not being consistent enough to make some points, and that's on me.
You've got some good offensive minutes, though, in that first half. You held onto the ball for a lot of that first half, and you kept it out of Hobbs' hands, which was great. What's the big message in the locker room going to be for the second half going into kickoff? You're going to have the ball to start the third quarter. What's the message for the second half for these guys to try to overcome this 2-score deficit?
We got to be us. We're not a time of possession, hold the ball football team. We're explosive, and that's who we are. And we got to go make some big plays.
You guys actually did really well in the hurry-up offense when you guys had the momentum going. You kept it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I feel like we can do what we need to. We just got to go. We got to finish. Play hard.
I know you got to go. Thanks, Coach.
All right, our Bob Thriftway coach's conversation with Coach Bailey. Of course, thanks, Coach Bailey, talking to us every halftime and after the game. Our score, 14-0 in favor of the Hobbs Eagles, and we will take a timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Wildcat football continues in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. The Hobbs Eagles take a 14-0 lead into the locker room. So taking a look at the first half stats, we will start with the Eagles. Junior Medrano in the first half goes 6 of 14 through the air for 40 yards. No interceptions, no touchdowns. His leading receiver, Justice French, 3 receptions for 37 yards. It's on the ground, though, that Hobbs has really been giving the Wildcats fits. Seamus Wright, 10 carries, 115 yards, 11.5 yards a carry. Ouch, to go along with a 36-yard touchdown late in that second quarter. Junior Medrano, he's got 9 carries for 54 yards, including a 23-yard touchdown. Hobbs turned it over one time in that first half, just to throw that out there. But their total's 169 on the ground, 40 through the air, 209 total. They had 10 first downs in the first half. They were flagged 7 times for 75 yards. No points in the first and 14 points in the second. 10 first downs for the Eagles. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats, still looking for their first score of 2025. Justin Allen, seeing his first start as the varsity QB, goes 6 of 12 for 56 yards in the first half. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Elijah Rivero, the leading receiver, he had 2 catches for 31 yards. Jaden Gutierrez actually with 3 receptions for 19 yards. And Chase Terrell also had a catch in that first half. It has been hard sledding on the ground for the Wildcats, as right now Justin Allen actually leads the way, 6 carries for 17 yards. He was sacked once. Zach Diaz has gotten 10 carries for just 13 yards. He has had not a lot of room to run. Jaden Gutierrez, 1 carry for 3 yards. Elijah Rivero, 1 carry for 1 yard. So 56 yards total through the air, 24 on the ground. That is 80 exactly for the Wildcats in that first half. They had 6 first downs in the first half, 7 penalties, though, for 75 yards. And, of course, as we mentioned, no score in that first half. So just 80 yards and 75 of them wiped out by penalty. And then, of course, you've got the turnover, too, which proved to be costly. So the Wildcats trailing 14-0. When we come back, we'll have your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. Wildcat football continues in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Halftime here at Watson Stadium. Season opener, and the Lovington Wildcats trailing the Hobbs Eagles by a score of 14-0. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan field side. Braden Cooper running the camera this evening. And Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So this is the point in the program, Dawn, where we come to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. So what are you seeing and what are you thinking for the Cats to crawl back into this one?
Yeah, I'm going to do this pretty quickly. I'm in the blast zone here. Give it up, clap it up for the Lovington band. They looked good, sounded good for their first game of the season, first halftime of the season. Like to see them in the uniforms first rattle out of the bat, looking good. But now the largest marching band in the state of New Mexico is on the field, and I think when they turn around, I'm probably not going to be able to say or anything or hear anything. So really quickly, I will echo what the coach said, that Lovington's got to play like Lovington. Having said that, you've got to still pay attention to the other team. But when they're in offense, I think a lot of this is just it's a new quarterback. I'm impressed by how well they're playing behind Allen. Because that's, big shoes to fill, and he did not see a lot of action. So I think Lovington's got to settle down. I think the coach is not as worried about the penalties as he is about the lack of offensive production. So they've got to get their offense rolling. As always, Lovington's defense is pretty strong. They held Hobbs scoreless for a quarter and a half doing their job, and they're going to need to take that long rest that the halftime gives them and try to get those fresh legs out. If they can come out rolling with fire, and as Coach said, they play better when they're just when they're not measured. When they play with passion and fire and spirit and energy, and their results are better. They execute better when they're doing that. So they're going to need to see a lot of that, and then the defense is going to have to try to corral right and try to mitigate his talent and try to keep him from just running all over the Lovington Wildcats in the second half.
Well, I think you're absolutely correct on that. I will go into my keys to the second half for the Wildcats. I'm going to start with the defense. You have to wrap up. Just these little bump shoulder tackles are not going to work against somebody like Seamus Wright. He's listed at 5'9", 185. I think the 5'9", I think he's probably,
generous.
I think 5'9" is probably pretty accurate for that. 185, I'm thinking probably more like 200. And so just running into him, putting your shoulder pads into him somewhere is not going to take him down. And he's just going to run right through you. And we saw that a couple of times in that first half. So the defense, you have to wrap up. You also have got to find a way to close off those running lanes. And if nothing else, wrap up. Hold on and wait for the cavalry to come in. And, if you hold him to 5 or 6 yards instead of 9 or 10 or 11 and a half, which is what he's averaging per carry, then you've done your job. On offense, I'd like to see him get the ball out of the hands of Allen a little bit quicker. Too many times he got great protection, but there was good coverage down the field because they were just running flat up routes. When they're just running straight up the field, it's easy for the defense to pick it up and just run step for step with them. And then by the time they realized, our quarterback's in trouble, there was really nothing he could do about it. I'd like to see him maybe run some quicker things, run some out routes towards the flags, run some things right across the middle of the field. Their longest play
Elijah Rivero, that 23-yarder, he was running a crossing route across the middle of the field, and it took a little longer to develop than you might want to see, but you've got that. So get the ball out of Allen's hand. Your running game, you've got to keep doing it. I understand, to keep Hobbs at least aware that you might try it. But if Lovington wants to come back into this offensively, they're going to have to go hurry up, I think, and they're going to have to throw short, quick passes and let their guys, let their skilled players do what they can do. Special teams, we hadn't really seen much of that yet, but keep swarming. But again, wrap up on special teams. So that's my thinking, offense, defense, and special teams in that first half.
And that's exactly what I was going to come back and say about the short. Their biggest successes, their best execution in that first half was when they ran short routes and quick passes and picked up 5, 6, 7 yards at a time. And I think that's the key here. And do it to quit going up the middle quite so much on the ground and in the air, and go to the sides.
Yeah, you've got to just make that happen and make it work. But the Wildcats have, done pretty well, as we mentioned. A new quarterback. You're looking at some new linemen and some new guys in some new places. Some other guys having to step up, and that is not to underplay Hobbs at all. This Eagles team, and Coach Bailey said it in some other things he did with other media this week, is Hobbs is big, they're strong, they're fast, and that's exactly what they've shown in Lovington, with a couple of exceptions on a couple of big plays, has really gone toe-to-toe with them, but they've taken a couple in the chin, and so now they're going to have to see if they can come back off of the ropes when the bell rings on the second half to see if they can get back into this one. Still looking for their first score of the season.
So second half, I think everybody came to see a pretty good ball game, a pretty tight one, and the fact that it's the 14-0 and that second score happened very close to the end of the second quarter. I think it indicates a good game, and the stands are really packed. You can't see that like I can, but the home stands are really packed. The Hobbs Eagle fans really came out, and Lovington brought a lot of good fans here. I think
I was going to say a good number on the opposite side. I can see it.
Yeah.
Score updates from the other 3 games going on tonight for Lee County schools. Late in the second half, it is Eunice over Ruidoso by 10, 22-12. That game is late in the second half. Dexter right now, the defending 3A runner-ups, all over Jowl, 39-0 down at Panther Stadium. And the Tatum Coyotes, they go all the way up basically to Colorado. Actually, Tierra Amarilla. It's not far south of Colorado, Escalante High School. And Tatum gets the big victory up there tonight, 30-12. So congratulations to the Tatum Coyotes, and Eunice in the lead too. And Jowl, well, they got some work to do. Lovington, not quite that much work to do here in the second half of this one, but still within striking distance, but don't want to get any further down. Our score, Hobbs 14, Lovington 0. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this as Wildcat football continues here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Watson Stadium, getting ready for the second half of this one. Season opener between the Lovington Wildcats and the Hobbs Eagles. And the Eagles right now leading this one by a score of 14-0. After tonight, next up for Lovington, next Friday night, we will be back at the friendly confines on the blue turf of Wildcat Stadium as we welcome in an old familiar face in the Portales Rams. So at home versus Portales next week for Lovington. And for the Hobbs Eagles, they'll be on the road at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia to face off against the Bulldogs. With Don Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running camera for us tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on everything back at One Radio Square, doing a fantastic job back there as always. So Lovington will have the ball to start the second half. And Dawn, how important do you think it is for Lovington to score on this opening possession?
Absolutely. I mean, and I think that's what everybody really wants to see. Not only does Lovington need to do it, I think the crowd, everybody is waiting to just, to see them succeed, see them get into the end zone and be able to just feel that excitement of the first touchdown of the season, of the new season. I think they want it, they need it, and I hope that we see it.
Well, hopefully we will. So the Wildcats still huddled up over on the sideline. The Eagles getting ready to come out as we prepare for the second half of action. 14-0 Hobbs in the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Battle Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, Eunice Pump and Supply, the First American Bank of Lovington, B&B Rentals, Man Welding, Stone Oilfield Services, the Lovington Municipal Schools, Aftermath Hot Oil, and Bob's Thriftway. Appreciate them making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat football here on Lovington Sports YouTube. Please subscribe, by the way, and HobbsAmerica.com. We never charge you. We never ask you for personal information. We just ask that you subscribe. So the Eagles will tee it up. That is Beatty putting it at the 40-yard line. He will kick it towards the north end zone as Gutierrez back deep to receive for Hobbs. So Lovington needing to score on this opening drive. Of course, next week, like we mentioned, back home at the friendly confines against Portales, but you'd like to have a good second half to build on going into another rivalry game next week. I'm not sure what the delay is. I mean, both teams have been out there for a couple of minutes going, come on, let's play football here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the delay. I don't know.
Yeah,
Refs look like they're out there and ready.
Well, we've got one of the side judges coming over. Maybe
they were waiting.
Maybe a bathroom break that needed to happen.
I was about to say maybe a restroom visit there could be.
So anyway, Beatty's got it teed up at the 40. The left-footed kicker will put it into it, and it is a high end over-ender. Jaden will pick it up at the 11. Comes to the near side, up across the 15, has a hold of the 20. That hole closes at the 25-yard line and driven backward by a host of Hobbs Eagles led by Devin Ruiz. So 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Lovington Wildcats. They will take over to start this third quarter, and time to see if they can find a little bit of offensive rhythm. Spotted at the 26-yard line. I'm going to say gave him a little bit of forward progress after he ran into the black and gold wall.
All right, so I'm being optimistic for them. I'd like them to see some big gains here. I'm standing out beyond the 50. I'd like for them to get up, catch
Twins
up
to the left, split backs in the backfield. Hand it off to Gutierrez, and he'll sneak it around to the right side, get out to the 29-yard line. So Jaden, on his second carry of the ball game, will get a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they're going with the split backs. It'll give Allen a little bit more security back there.
Yeah,
but I'm still not sure you're going to have a real easy time running against the Hobbs line. They're just too fast in the linebacking core and too athletic on the line.
They're big, but they're fast to be so big.
Fake the handoff, and nope, that'll be Rivero. Takes it in the Wildcats, so Elijah will run it up near the 35-yard line. He's going to pick up, call it 5. So 5 yards to Elijah Rivero, his second carry of the ball game, and so that'll make it 3rd down and 2. So Lovington going with a bit of a different look to start the second half here.
Yeah, I like that. Now they're waiting for a while here.
Yeah, there's a long discussion going in.
Yeah, as Allen comes back on the field with a play. Now they got to.
Yeah, they've only got 10. They've only got 10 seconds on the play clock. They got to move.
Get on
7,
the line, quick.
6, 5,
Go,
4, 3. Yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout. 2, 1, and yep, timeout by Coach Bailey. As it took them way too long to get that play in there. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. Lovington on a 3rd down and 2, just underway in the third quarter. Lovington down by 14. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
The Wildcats facing a 3rd down and 2 take a long time to get the play in and have to burn a timeout, trailing 14-0. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter.
And actually, Allen is not on the field.
So if you'll help me pick up who the quarterback is, because they're right in front of me.
Well, it's four. I think it's
Gutierrez and Rivero back there.
Yeah.
And so the direct snap will come. That is to Jaden, and he'll get 3 yards coming over the left side before Meredith will slap him down. And so they will pick Jaden up from the bottom of the pile, and he will pick up 3 and move the chains. 1st down, Lovington.
Well, you need to, and you get through. You got the job done, and now Allen comes back on.
Like I said, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Football works. As long as you get the 3 yards, it moves the chains. So Lovington's 7th first down of the ball game on their opening drive of the second half, trailing by 14. Allen back in the ball game. Twins left, Twins to the right. Single back in the backfield is Diaz. Hand it off to Diaz, and he'll sweep it to the left side. He gets a little hole. He's across the 40 to the 45, still on his feet out to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 8, but we got a flag back at the 40. I have a feeling we got a hold, and this one's coming back.
Yeah, and that was a nice handoff, too. It was a light touch.
And it will be holding on Lovington, their 8th penalty for 85 yards. It's a one-step forward, 2-step back kind of situation for the Cats.
And I hate that because the execution was right there on everybody.
And so they'll actually give Diaz, he got 8 yards, but it's going to be from the spot of the foul. And that was after just 2 yards of gain. So, yeah, it's going to be an ouchie. That's going to wind up being 1st down and 18 now.
Oh.
First down and 18.
They need to. They got to get that ball down the field more, for sure.
And they are still trying to run into the teeth of the Eagle defense, and so far it's worked.
And I tell you what, Mike Meredith just looks massive up there. If I were on the line, he'd scare me.
6'2", 330, and I think that may be.
He looks taller. He looks taller and bigger than that.
Yeah, he might be. From the shotgun, they will hand it off once again, and Diaz crosses the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up 4 on the play before a whole bunch of Eagles get to him, including Leo Jaquez. So 4 yards on the run for Diaz. He's got 12 carries for 25 yards.
Diaz showing some grit there, going right into the teeth of the Eagles. And
also in on that stop for Hobbs was Dylan Sanchez, 5'7", 260. I think he's taller than 5'7".
Yeah, Joaquin Vasquez comes out, and Allen back in with the play.
So it'll be a second down and still a long way. Second and not quite Eunice.
Yeah.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Allen back, has time. Now the pocket breaks down. He's going to be forced, rolls to the right, looks, throws across his body, has a man, completed to Gutierrez at the 35-yard line. He had to run around and play a long time for Jaden to come back and get that one, but it'll be a 5-yard completion. And so now that'll make it 3rd down and 12. So they've gotten most of the penalty back.
Right.
But you've still got 3rd and a long way to go. Clock continues to move. 8:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Allen throws on the run pretty well. He thinks on his feet pretty well. He throws on the run. He just needs some more seasoning, some time. And the line is protected.
Just need to find a little bit quicker routes because he's gotten good protection.
He has.
Whole game. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Diaz on the left shoulder. Play fake, going for it. Looking at it, Allen, pump fake, flushed, goes right, fires across his body again, picked off. Only person there was a Hobbs Eagle.
Oh.
And so the INT.
It looks like Beatty Braddock. I think it's number 2.
So Braddock Beatty.
I think.
Yep, Braddock Beatty with the INT. And so the second turnover of the ball game will flush the Wildcat momentum and right back into the hands of the Hobbs Eagles. So Lovington had some flashes there, but comes up empty. So now it'll be the Hobbs Eagles going to come out and see what they can put together to start their first drive of the second half. 3 scores up may be a dagger if they score here.
Maybe Lovington can work on shaking something loose and getting the ball back.
Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Hand it off, sweeping to the left side. Guess who? It's Seamus Wright. He's got a hole. He's across the 50 to the 45. Cuts it back across the grain to the 40. It's a foot race to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Seamus Wright. He will take that one 64 yards to the house for the Hobbs Eagle touchdown. Seamus Wright bobbed, he weaved, he found an extra gear, he hit the turbo boost. What is that, the X button on the video games, and took it off and through and into the end zone. 179 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns for Seamus Wright. He has been the biggest cat killer of them all, and that may wind up being a dagger with Lovington having 0 offensive rhythm. And to make matters worse, Kyler Reeves coming off hobbling.
Yeah, not good news for Lovington, but they've got to find another gear. They've got to dig down deep and just try to do the best they can here at the very beginning of this 3rd quarter.
And I have I'm hearing a very proud cousin, a couple of booths over. Seamus's cousin is on the Hobbs broadcast, Sav Anthony.
Right.
So our buddy Sav, your morning show partner on KZOR, quite happy about that.
And of course, he's calling the game, the Hobbs game with
Ty Friend, of course.
Friend, yes.
Over on Hobbs Sports YouTube. Yeah, double duty tonight as Beatty finally gets a good snap, and he will put that one through. And with 7:57 to go in the 3rd quarter, Hobbs makes this a 21-0 ball game. We'll be back as Wildcat football continues in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
It is a 64-yard touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage in the Eagles' offensive second half. Point after is good, and Hobbs up 21-0 as Beatty kicks it off, coming to the near side as that one is going to be Rivero back inside the 10. Turns it upfield across the 15 to the 20, still on his feet, out to the 24-yard line before Hobbs finally runs him down and out of bounds. Robert Garcia in on that stop, and also in 24 and 25, Devin Ruiz. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and we've got a cat down, and that's Rivero. And that would be a huge loss, too, because, with losing Kyler Reeves just a minute ago, and now if you've got Rivero hurt, if those guys can't come back, that's a couple of weapons out of your arsenal, a couple arrows out of the quiver, if you will,
right,
for the Wildcats, and they're already trailing by 3 scores, and
that's right.
You don't want to lose the weapons that you've got.
No, and he's still down, but I think they're getting him up right now. That hopefully
just a cramp.
Just a cramp. Yeah, that injury, the Lovington man down, the injury timeout we had in the first half was a cramp, and he was able to walk it off, work it out. He also kind of got hit hard.
Pickle juice.
Yeah, exactly. Get your electrolytes back, right? Yeah, get some salt back in your body.
Indeed, we didn't know about that back when I played back in the olden days. We just had a little water and put a little dirt on it or something. But I'm not quite that old. Gatorade was around. We didn't have it, but it was too expensive at the school I went. We had All Sport.
Oh, okay.
Remember that? Look it up, kids. It was a competitor to Powerade and Gatorade that existed back in the dark ages.
Right.
And no, it was not very good.
But it was a lot less expensive.
Yes, it was. Twins to the left, twins to the right. So Lovington back out, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Allen with it. Good protection once again. Steps up in the pocket, throws it underneath. That one will be complete out to the 30-yard line. Throws an absolute dart and a bullet.
Joaquin Vasquez, the reception by.
So Vasquez with his first catch of the night. Good job by Vasquez, number 8.
Yep.
And he will pick up 7, and so that'll make it a 2nd down and 3. But I like that because it moved very quickly.
Yes, it did. It developed.
And
the
who
play
called the
developed
timeout?
quickly.
Was it Lovington?
No,
or
I think it's Hobbs.
So Hobbs will call a timeout, as I think Coach Stevens, an injury timeout for Hobbs. So we'll just keep it right here. So 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard completion to Vasquez. And Joaquin did a nice job. He just ran a little curl route. He came out about 6 yards, turned around, the ball was there. That's what I was talking about the quick passing.
Short, quick passing. And yeah, short's good, but short and quick have to go together.
Yes, they do.
And then it's got to be on target.
So now you've got twins to the left, twins to the right. Diaz in the backfield with Allen. Low snap.
Ooh.
Allen handles it, though, picks it up off the shoe tops. Now breaks down, and Mackey's going to come through, or pardon me, that's not Mackey. That's big number 90.
Yeah,
that's Meredith. And Meredith just absolutely creams Justin Allen.
Well,
I would. If I'm Justin, I'm not feeling good right now.
Yeah, it was a low snap. It was bad snap, and by the time he stooped down, had to pick it up off the turf and try to stand up and get some space. I mean,
2nd sack of the night for the Eagle defense, and it's an 8-yard loss. So now it'll be 3rd down and 18 for Hobbs, or rather for Lovington. 6:35 to go here in the quarter. So the Eagle defense with their 2nd sack of the night, and Meredith just absolutely feasting on Allen. So now we've got twins to the left, twins to the right, 3rd down and a ways to go. Hand it off to Diaz. He's got a hole. He's across the 25 and then out to the 30 and then wrapped up around the ankles and brought down over there.
Samuel Zimbardi.
So Zimbardi
It was good for about 9 yards,
Yeah,
so
good
nice
spurt.
job.
Yeah, nice impulse power, impulse speed, I think, right there.
13 carries, 36 yards for Zach Diaz.
I'd like to see that more. I mean, if you can get it into his hands quickly and he finds a seam, he can spurt through. But that was also good technique on that tackle by Hobbs.
4th and 4, the Wildcats going to go for it, still deep in their own territory. Not sure I agree with this, but you got to try and do something that's going to spark it off with just 8 seconds to go. They tried the hard count, didn't get it. So now Allen takes the snap, pumps right. Now he's going to roll right, lets it fly, going down the center of the field, and that's it. Is caught out at the 30-yard line.
27. That is Aiden Nunez.
So Nunez gets the pass down at the 31-yard line. So that's going to be 20, 30, 44 yards to Nunez and move the chains. First down Lovington, but we've got another cat down.
Uh-oh.
44 yards, the longest play from scrimmage of the night goes to Aiden Nunez, but Lovington has a man down, and is that the quarterback?
No, it is 60. That's Jaden Garcia, lineman.
Uh-oh, and Jaden's had a good game tonight. You hate to see, you hope he can come back.
No, is it Alex? No,
It is. Number 50. It's
not
Jesus
60.
Morales.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought the 5 was a 6 was a 5.
112 through the air for Justin Allen on 16 attempts for the night. And now 1st and 10, Lovington. They needed a spark, and maybe they've gotten it. Of course, the Cats are starting to go down with cramping issues.
I do like the fact that Allen came out and he got rid of it. He threw a nice long pass. And
He did, and under cover and under pressure, Robert Garcia was down the field.
Did a great
and
job.
had coverage, good coverage on Nunez. So now Lovington, their deepest penetration of the night from the Eagle 33-yard line, picks it up off the turf, hands it off to Diaz, and he weaves through traffic. He gets it across the 25 to the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 9 for Zach Diaz, 2nd down and 1. 45 yards now on the ground, 14 carries for Zach Diaz. So getting his first start tonight as the Wildcat running back. So now the Wildcats are well within Hobbs territory, trying to knock on the door of the Hobbs red zone. Trailing by 3 scores, but if there's one thing about a Wildcat team we know, Dawn, it's they're never going to give up and they're never going to quit.
Nope. And that persistence, that stubbornness serves them.
Put an extra tight end in on the right side. Wait for the snap, hand it off. Diaz again, a nifty little move inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. 5 yards for Zach Diaz and move the chains. First down Lovington, their 10th first down of the night.
Yeah, and I think you ride the hot horse until it just falls, because he's got success. He's got that speed. He's getting a couple of key blocks sometimes. As long as he follows that seam, he spurts through, and I think keep it going.
First time in the red zone tonight for the Wildcat offense with 4:19 to go in the third, down by 3 scores. Low snap, Allen gets it, hands it off to Diaz once again, but Hobbs had that one red on the sweep.
And
no gain on the play, right back to the line of scrimmage.
So I guess that's when you quit. When they sniff it out and they get you and they take you for a loss, then you got to go find somebody else. And he is going to come off, and they're going to send Kyler Reeves in, and also going in is Bustillos.
So Bustillos and Reed back in the ball game. Reeves, good to see him back. So who are they going to put in the backfield? That'll be the question.
And Gutierrez comes off as well. They've got Joaquin Vasquez back there. They got Kyler Reeves, and they've got
as Justin Allen brings the play in with only 7 on the play clock. Last couple snaps have been low. They got to move with 3, with 2, with 1, and they get it off. And so fake the handoff, Allen to pass. Flushed out, and he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line.
That was
as one of the Eagles flashed through and got him, 3rd sack of the night. Did you catch that number, Dawn?
Yeah, Jeremiah Mackey.
So
60.
Jeremiah Mackey, that's his 2nd sack of the night. So now it'll be 3rd down and about 11 for the Wildcats. So 3rd and 11 for the Cats. 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington back out at the 20-yard line, but this is the first time they have visited the Hobbs red zone tonight. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Allen, good snap this time. Looks left,
has time, breaks down, throws it across the middle into the back of the end zone, puts 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats. Elijah Rivero from 20 yards out, and the Wildcats finally on the board.
Nice work.
And so, excuse me, good eye. That was Joaquin Vasquez from 20 yards out.
Yeah, I was completely blocked. I could not see that corner at all.
Vasquez from 20 yards out, and Lovington finally on the board. Thanks, Braden. Young eyes can pick those up.
And good.
And so on to attempt the extra point. It'll be Caleb Aranda. Lovington going to try and cut this back down to a 2-score ball game. Snap is good, hold is good. Aranda's kick is up and bangs it through with 3:13 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington on the board. It's Hobbs 21, Lovington 7. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
The Wildcats finally get on the board as they converted on a 20-yard pass to Joaquin Vasquez from Justin Allen. Caleb Aranda bangs it through on the extra point, and Lovington back to within 14 points. Our score, Hobbs 21, Lovington 14. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Watson Stadium here in Hobbs. Don Morgan patrols the AstroTurf field, and Braden.
And Vasquez is down on the sidelines. He came off limping just a little bit, and he's over there just taking a rest, and I think he's going to get somebody to stretch him back out.
Stretch out and a little more pickle juice. And so kicking it away at Aranda, it'll be a line drive, and it will be fielded on the bounce up to the 20 to the 25 from Mora. Looking for some room, pardon me, that's French. Rivoli reverses his field, crosses the 30, and then the turf monster gets him just as one of the Wildcats get to him. That was Carter Moore.
And Aiden Nunez right there as well.
And now we've got a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be on Lovington on sportsmanlike conduct after the play.
Something.
Yep, so it'll be 15 yards from the end of the run as Lovington got to work on staying silent. That is 9 penalties for 95 yards against the Wildcats, and you cannot give a Hobbs team that's already got you down by 2 touchdowns, you cannot give them free yardage, and they just did.
Yeah, and it comes from being excited and being, Lovington feeling like, yeah, we got one back, we got on the board, and they're on a high right now. So they just got to watch that, controlling emotions and channeling those emotions into energy on the field.
To the 45-yard line, 46-yard line, first down and 10. It'll be Hobbs football.
Definitely got the Lovington crowd up and cheering, though.
Hobbs, of course, trying to break a 2-game losing skid to these very same Wildcats. 3 minutes to go, and it'll be a reverse. This time to Beatty. Started it right, took it back left. He's across the 50 to the 40, gets a block, cuts it back inside to the 30, to the 20, gets a man out of position to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone as Braddock Beatty will take that one 54 yards to the house. Braddock Beatty with the Hobbs Eagle touchdown, and Hobbs responds just like that with a little trickeration as they handed it to Wright. Wright pitched it to Beatty coming the other way, and then all the way to the house.
And I got to say, there's another Lovington player down in the end zone. I don't know who that is. He's on his knees. I don't know if he got the wind knocked out of him a little. He's getting back up now. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
So
took a hit. That was, I think, number 3. I think that was Alex Kame.
And so the Aggie War Hymn, I hate that song, by the way, which is the Hobbs fight song.
Well,
But
you're a UT guy. You're supposed to hate it.
I am a UT grad, so
yeah.
But I hate it even more when Hobbs plays it when they're playing Lovington. I like it the rest of the time just fine when Hobbs plays it, but when it's going against Lovington, I'm not so crazy about it. Says the former Hobbs drum major on the sidelines. So
yeah.
Beatty, who just he may be gassed. He just ran it 54 yards on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, conducted that song a timer 80.
Or timer 80, and the kick is up, and it is good with 2:49 to go here in the third quarter. It is Hobbs 28, Lovington 7. Wildcat football continues in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Exceptional Man Welding team. Support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
54 yards on a reverse from I can't talk all of a sudden, from Braddock Beatty, and then Beatty kicks the extra point, 54 yards on the run, then the point after good, and just like that, Hobbs answers on the first play from scrimmage to make it a 3-score ball game again. Welcome back to Watson Stadium, opening game of the 2025 season for the 6A Hobbs Eagles and your 5A Lovington Wildcats. Both of these teams in the top 10 in their respective divisions, both of them top 15 overall in the state. So you would expect a good matchup, and at times it has delivered. High end over-ender, and if they're smart, they'll let that one go out, and they will, as Rivero watches it go. So now they can choose to make Hobbs re-kick it, or they can take it up at the 30-yard line.
I think they're going to take it at the 30.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Or is it the 25 this year? I can't remember. They keep changing the rules. Sometimes, yeah, it's okay. It's the 35. So it's now at the 35-yard line. So there we go. So a 5-yard penalty for Hobbs. Actually, it doesn't wind up being a penalty at all, but, well, it is. I just don't exactly know how to write it. Now, I'm going to call it a 15-yarder for kickoff. Actually, I think it's officially only a 5-yard penalty. I'll have to ask Ty Friend. He is one of the officials. And I'm going to put it down as 5 just for the sake of keeping stuff in there.
Under 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter, and Lovington's got to get back out.
Yes, they do. Can they get off the mat? Empty set in the backfield for Justin Allen. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Fake the handoff, and he'll just take it himself. And on the run, right side, gets it out to about the 40-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 5 for Allen, who gets back the last sack. He's got 9 carries for 9 yards, and it'll be second down and about 5.
That was Robert Garcia who pulled him down for Hobbs.
So spread him out and then run it with the quarterback. That is definitely an option when you do that. Of course, Hobbs is going to be just like, yeah, whatever, take as much time as you want to. We'll give you 4 or 5 yards here or there. We're in the lead. So now they're going to go empty set in the backfield once again. Twins to the left side once again. Low snap. Allen handles it with time. Pump fake. Comes across the middle.
Nice.
Has a man complete across the 50 down to the 47-yard line.
Diaz, I believe.
So Diaz out of the backfield. He'll take it, and he will take it up to the 47 in Hobbs territory. It'll be a Lovington first down. Good for 17 yards and move the chains.
And once again, it was a quick, sharp, snappy pass. And Diaz did a great job of picking that up and immediately just turning around, just made a great turn and
so inside Hobbs territory, twins left, twins right. Diaz back on the left shoulder.
Hand it off to Diaz. He's going to sweep it out to the right. He's got some room. He's across the 40 to the 30 to the 20. It's a foot race. 15, 10, 5, and caught from behind. But takes it down to about the 4-yard line. And so it is a huge gain there. That is 43 yards for Diaz.
Hello, Mr. Diaz. Sure is good to have players stepping up and doing what they need, what Lovington needs.
So now the Wildcats will have it first down and goal from inside the Eagle 5. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Hand it to Diaz. He goes right side, bounces off of an Eagle at the 3 to the 2, and he'll be just shy.
Well, he got knocked. Yeah, he got knocked back. I think that when they stopped, when they marked the ball where he stopped and his forward progress stopped, I think they're going to spot it at the 2.
So it'll be second and goal from the 2. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington trailing by 3 scores, but they've answered back. The big play of Hobbs with a couple of big plays of their own. So now the Hobbs goal line defense is going to try to step up their game here and keep the Cats out of the Hobbs end zone.
Got to get the job done here.
Allen waits the snap. Good snap. Takes the handoff, throws it on the little underneath dump, and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Kyler Reeves from 2 yards out will have the second Wildcat score of the game. His first touchdown of his senior season.
That was a really nice fake. Everybody bid on that, and then Allen had a lot of time to just reach up and toss it. And with Reeves, what he wanted to do is keep the toss high, and with Reeves' height, he was able to catch that and hang on to it.
So the second touchdown of the ball game thrown by Justin Allen. And so everybody on both sides of the line jumping. Not sure if Lovington jumped or if Hobbs forced him to jump.
They're going to show Hobbs.
And it'll be offsides on the Eagles.
Half the
and
distance.
So that is a 1-yard penalty.
Yeah.
I hate to write those down. I'll just make a little note here. So it's a 1-yard penalty for the Eagles. And so now Lovington going to change personnel, maybe think about going for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it could be.
28-13 our score.
Let's see, they've got Carter Moore in, they got Kyler Reeves, so they've got Jaden Gutierrez, and they've got, I believe that is Joaquin Vasquez.
Yeah, and Chase Terrell also in.
Terrell.
So Lovington going to come up in the jumbo formation, and they will run it, go right up the middle, and nothing doing.
They gave it to Diaz.
And Diaz nowhere to go except right into the arms of Meredith, who runs him backwards.
That actually was
Kyler Reeves.
So. Yeah, that was number 7. Sorry, that 7 looked like the 2.
Well, it does from kind of up here, too. So, Gene Strickland, if you're listening, you could clean the windows before we're here in 2 years. Just saying. You could get your staff to do that. Now, big thanks to the Hobbs schools, of course, always very accommodating. Gene Strickland, the superintendent, Jeremy Soria, the athletic director here, always very nice, and we appreciate their time. So the 2-point conversion fails, but Lovington on the board once again, 28-13. All right, we'll take a 30-second timeout as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
2 yards from Justin Allen into the hands of Kyler Reeves. The point after is no good, but the Wildcats claw back into this one. They trail 28-13. Welcome back. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan Fieldside. Braden Cooper running our camera tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. I believe Abby Schaus also helping her there tonight. So as Caleb Aranda will come up and put the big boot into it, it is a squibber off of the bounce. Going to be picked up at the 15, out to the 20, little shake and bake to the 25. Coming to the near side, looking for some room is French. French to the 35-yard line before he finally runs into the Lovington wall. Shooter Burns, that's got to be my favorite name on the team.
It's a great name.
Puts the hit on him and helps bring him down.
It's kind of a quarterback name, don't you think? But we'll take it. We'll take it.
I don't know. He sounds like almost like he ought to be playing hockey instead of football. Shooter Burns, left wing for the Detroit Red Wings or something.
Okay.
Or I don't know, what's the golfer in Happy Gilmore? Shooter McGavin? Maybe he should be playing golf. I don't know.
You don't ask me anything about Adam Sandler movies. You know I won't know it.
You know it's been a long week when we talk Adam Sandler. The handoff to who else? Seamus Wright. He's got a big hole up the middle. He cuts it to the outside. And a shoestring saving tackle as he crosses the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Yeah.
That is going to be 16. That is 19 yards for Seamus Wright. It'll be another Hobbs first down.
But it was Pedro Munoz who made that stop, who reached out and got his foot and brought him down, or the damage would have been a lot worse.
Seamus with 12 carries, 198 yards on the night. Ouch, to go along with a couple of touchdowns. He stays in the backfield, and the hard count, and that gets Lovington to jump. So the Wildcats will now be tacked with their 10th penalty of the night for 100 yards. Ouch. So that'll bring up first down and 5 as the Eagles get a 5 free. Twins to the left, twins to the right for Junior Medrano. And now it'll be the Hobbs Eagles who jump, and they'll trade it back. That'll be the 9th penalty on the Eagles for 86 yards. And we're still in the third quarter. This should be the last play of the third quarter. 5 seconds to go in it. 28-13 in favor of Hobbs. So now 1st and 10. We're right back where we started. Medrano with it. Looks to the left. Fires to the left. Has a man and overthrows Braddock Beatty. Incomplete. And that will end the third quarter. It's the Hobbs Eagles 28. Your Lovington Wildcats 13. We'll be back in 1 minute for the fourth quarter as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
As we start the fourth quarter, the Wildcats trail the Eagles 28-13. It is Eagle football, 2nd down and 10. Flip sides of the field, Hobbs going to the south. They have it at the Wildcat 47-yard line. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan on the sidelines as Junior Medrano comes out with a 4-receiver set, 3 of them to the right side. Lovington brings the blitz and keeping it himself. Medrano goes around the right side and he is spun out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Kyler Reeves and Muin Bustillos will team up and bring him down after just a 2-yard gain on the quarterback keeper. 9 carries, 56 yards for Medrano, and it is 3rd and 8 for the Eagles.
Lovington still in this one. This is still within their reach.
But they need to force a turnover and score fast. As they try the hard count, don't get it. So back over to the sidelines. Coach Stevens will send the new play into Junior Medrano. He moves right over to his right shoulder, and they will fake the handoff to right. Medrano keeps it himself on the right side. He's looking for the corner. He's got the 40, gets a block, gets around the edge out to the 30-yard line where he is finally chopped down, but it's not before a 15-yard gain, and it'll move the chains. Brought down by Joaquin Vasquez, who's had a good gain.
And actually, who got there first? Nunez and Gutierrez got there first.
So 12th first down of the ball game for the Hobbs Eagles.
Yeah, and for his trouble, Nunez is coming off limping a little.
So if you're the Hobbs Eagles here, you can afford to take as much time off the clock as you want to. You don't really want to give Lovington a chance at any comeback.
And that's why Lovington may just need to try to think about trying to shake that ball loose, force a turnover. They're going to have to try to make things happen and be very, very energetic here in this fourth quarter.
And there was a flag on the play that they pick up and wave off. They must have thought there might have been a hold there, but they changed their mind on that. I'm to bet you that the Hobbs Eagles do not put another pass up tonight. I would bet it is a heavy dose of Medrano and Wright. And I say that, and then Medrano comes and passes it, and it'll be complete to Justice French at the 25. He's to the 20, inside the 10, still on his feet to the 5, coming near side and into the end zone. Touchdown for the Eagles, 31 yards to Justice French. Wow. And the Eagles will put another big play together and into the end zone for the touchdown. French, 4 catches for 68 yards on the night, and that may be the dagger that does it.
Now, Pedro
Hard
Munoz.
for Lovington to come back from this far down.
Yeah, Pedro Munoz was back and got a hand on his foot, and it looked like he was going to get him down, but he shook Munoz off and kept going.
So now Beatty on to kick it towards the open end of the field with the Jumbotron in it. That's the south end of the field here at Watson Stadium. That one's picked up off the turf. Beatty rolls to the right, just going to have to tuck it. Take it himself, turns the corner, but Lovington will keep him out of the end zone. With 10:49 remaining here in the ball game. It's Hobbs 34, Lovington 13. We'll be back as Wildcat football continues on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Justice French off of a pass from Junior Medrano, 31 yards into the end zone. The point after is no good. So Hobbs back up by 21, 34-13.
Nice stop there on that by, and this time Munoz was able to get in on that stop and keep that 2-point conversion from happening.
I'm TJ Miracle, high above Watson Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrolling field side. Braden Cooper running our camera tonight. Lovington Sports YouTube. HobbsAmerica.com. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, by the way. We would certainly appreciate that. So Beatty will tee it up at the North 40. I've always wanted to say that, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to figure that out, that when the ball's right there, it's on the North 40.
Right.
Yes, it's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, old famous film. Look it up.
Yep, and so the high end-over-end kick, and it'll be fielded, and then that'll be Rivero, keeps it himself, and he's got some room. They bit. He's to the 40, 45, to the 50, to the 45, and down to the 40 inside Hobbs Eagle territory. Everybody bit on the fake handoff to Gutierrez, and when Elijah Rivero saw the open field, he's like, hey, wait a minute, here we go. All right, turn on the Jets and go. And so Lovington going to try and chop this back down under a 3-score game, and they've got a short field to do it with.
They do. They've got to really turn on the Jets here. They've got some ground to make up, but they've got the energy and the momentum to do it. They're having a lot of issues with cramping here late in the game. They've had some cramping all throughout it, but now a lot of these players working so hard, working 2 ways, and they're coming off and working on getting hydrated and getting stretched out.
So now they're on the North 40, the North Hobbs 40. Not quite like the North Dallas 40, but it works. So Lovington will send twins to the right side, one to the left, and yep, that'll be an offsides by Chase Terrell as he set in front of the line. Timeout. Okay.
Lovington.
So Lovington will take the timeout with 10:40 to go here in the ball game. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thanks to our friends at Bob's Thriftway Aftermath Hot Oil Services, the Lovington Municipal Schools, Stone Oilfield Service, B&B Rentals, Man Welding, First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, and Battle Energy, making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat Sports right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. Next week, we'll be back at the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. The blue turf will welcome home the Wildcats as they take on the team in red from up in Roosevelt. That'll be the Portales Rams. 6:45 Stone Oilfield Services pregame show next Friday night. 7 o'clock for the kickoff. And for the Hobbs Eagles, they'll head over to Bulldog Country to take on Artesia.
Really enjoying this game here tonight. I think I'm going to be enjoying the out-of-town games a lot this year, and it's turned into such a beautiful evening here on the field.
Fake the handoff as Medrano under pressure, coming near side, runs backwards and just lofts that one up and into the Hobbs Eagles sideline. So they're going to say incomplete. Coach Stevens wants an intentional grounding, not going to get it. That's one of them that the officials have some latitude on.
They do, and they're not real quick to call that. If you've got anybody at all in the neighborhood, they're usually going to look beyond that and look after that, and not throw the flag on it.
Yeah, Coach Stevens giving an earful to the side judge about it, and the side judge just goes, yeah, he's kind of pointing like, yeah, that guy, was kind of here. So trips to twins to the left, single receiver to the right, tight end in the ball game on the right side. Good snap, fake the handoff to Diaz, rolling to the right. Allen looking. Now he's just going to have to tuck it, taking himself, and he will slide down at the 31-yard line. Very close to a late hit after the quarterback had given himself up there by Adrian Mora, but it'll be a pickup of 8 on the quarterback keeper for Allen. 10 carries for 17 yards, and it's third down and a manageable 2. 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. Wildcats trailing by 21, 34-13, but it has been a fairly interesting game, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's gone by pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're not even at, we're just about 9:30. As Allen takes the snap, again, good protection, and now he breaks down, and he is going to get sacked, and guess who? It is Meredith once again who comes through. That is the 4th sack of the night on Allen, and he'll lose 6 of them back again.
Actually, that was Mackey, Jeremiah Mackey, number 60, yeah.
So Mackey's got a couple tonight, too.
He does.
The 9 and the 6 kind of look the same from up here. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, the action's on the far side away from me. It's actually closer to you guys, but I'm sitting with a nice clear vision. The team is well away from where I'm looking at the action, So
4th down and now 8 for the Wildcats after the 6-yard loss. Twins left, Twins to the right. Allen from the shotgun, good snap, handles it, holds, throws it across the middle and skips that one in. He was hearing footsteps again from Mackey coming in and skipped it into Jaden Gutierrez, so incomplete. And over on downs, the Hobbs will have it at their own 38-yard line as they will take back over up by 3 scores with 8:55 remaining in the ball game. So now if you're Coach Ken Stevens, is this the time where you decide to just eat clock, or what do you do here?
Yeah, I think that...
or do you go ahead and see if you can just put another score on the board real quick and just completely dash any hope?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I think there's too much time on the clock right now for them to want to sit on it. And, I think they know that Lovington's still, they're capable, and Hobbs is going to want to put another score on the board. That's my call anyway.
I bet you're right. And with Medrano, now they'll send a man in motion from the left to the right. And hand it to right. Big hole to the 50, to the 40, out of an arm tackle to the 30, and a shoestring tackle on the near side. Touchdown saving tackle for Carter Moore, but it's still going to get him down to the 25-yard line. So let's see, that would be 10, 20, 30, 37 yards for Seamus Wright. And Seamus now with, hold on, my math is terrible here, but that is 9, 10, 235 rushing yards tonight on 13 carries. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's had a good night, to say the least. I mean, that's an understatement. And Lovington, you get the feeling it could have been even more. Lovington has done some containment on him.
So now they're going to put 3 receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. High snap, Medrano handles it. He will hand it off. New running back in the ballgame, sweeping it to the right side, looking for some room. And to the 25-yard line. Is that number 23?
Yes, it
That
is.
is DeMarcus Hill. So Hill, his first carry of the night, and he stretched it out and gets about a yard out of it. So 2nd down and 9. 7:50 remaining in the ball game. Hobbs leading 34-13. So Wright's night may be done with Hill coming in.
Well, Hobbs, with being a few scores up, seeing a chance to get
Wright
some
was
different
actually,
players in there.
actually down on the sideline getting stretched out a little bit.
Uh-huh. So it's not just Lovington having some problems with cramping tonight.
And now a whistle sounds, and I bet we're going to have a timeout. Yep, Coach Stevens, nope, delay of game on Hobbs before they could get the timeout. And so move them back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 14. 7:24 to go. Coach Stevens not a happy man about that.
And the official scorekeepers didn't give any forward progress to Hobbs on that play before last.
So no gain officially as Medrano keeps in himself huge hole. He's across the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Still on his feet, gets out of a tackle inside the 5 and finally pushed out of bounds at the 1 yard line. 30 yards for Junior Medrano, and that'll give him 101 on the night. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Eagles.
You know, with those kind of numbers, you would expect to see Hobbs up by a lot more, than just 21 points.
Yeah, you would. And there's still time, though. So 1st and goal, and they're going to say at the 3 officially.
And Lovington could still make a stop against Hobbs here. They'd certainly like that.
Yes, they would. So now it's time to get the big boys out and the goal line defense to step up. 7:15 to go in the ball game. 1st and goal from the 4 for the Eagles. Empty set in the backfield, and now a whistle sounds. And we're going to have another delay of game on the Eagles. They're 2nd on this drive. 95 penalty yards, actually 96 for Hobbs, because I have to count that 1 yard half the distance penalty on the extra point. So spread them out. Trips left, twins to the right. Sweeping it out is Medrano, hitting the backfield. Gets out of 1, doesn't get out of 2, but gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 4 yard line. So he gets the 5 back. And so Medrano will make it 2nd and goal now from the 4. As Terrell on the near side, and also Alex Kame again.
Yeah, and Vasquez dove for him, tried to get him, missed him, and ended up just tumbling a little bit. He was kind of slow to get up.
Well, the Eagles taking their time. Play clock down to 10 seconds. It's back to the line, 2nd and goal from the 4. Hand it to right into the middle of the goal line, and the defense, and he'll just push his way through as Seamus Wright has his 3rd touchdown of the night. 239 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and the Hobbs Eagles will go up by a score of 40-13 in this one. And so the Eagles look well on their way to going 1-0 for the first time in a couple of seasons. But Lovington still going to be out there swinging because there's a lot to be said about the point differential at the end of it. So we hadn't seen the end of this one yet.
Nope. Just under 6.5 left to play in this one. Lovington just has to keep from getting down too much. They've got to just
snap good, hold good, kick up, and it is good as Beatty puts it through. And with 6:27 to go in the ball game, it is Hobbs 41, Lovington 13. Back in a minute, Wildcat football on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
For the Eagles, it has been the Seamus Wright show as he punches in his third touchdown of the night, 239 rushing yards for Wright. And the point after is good, and so Hobbs up 41-13. Back here at Watson Stadium, I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on the sidelines, Braden Cooper on the camera tonight. And so a new kicker in the ball game, and this one is going to be a high shot fielded by the Wildcats, and a little seam coming across to the 40, to the 45, to the 50 as Jaden Gutierrez out near midfield before he is finally tripped up and brought down by one of the backmen. That may have actually been the kicker trying to catch that number as he comes off the field. That is going to be, it looks like number 30, but we don't have a 30 on the roster, so...
I'll try to find out here.
By what I seen, it was like 22 or 23.
So 20. So maybe Jaden Taylor. Yeah, Jaden Taylor, the kicker. So there we go, the new kicker. Good eye, Braden. Again, Coach Soria, would it kill you to have these windows cleaned? Hey, we'll be doing some Hobbs soccer in addition to Lovington soccer this year. Of course, we're not going to be in this booth, so.
Number 20 on whose roster?
22 on Hobbs.
Oh, 22, not 20. I thought you said 20. And I said no.
And so it'll be a pitch out to Diaz on the left side looking for some room, and ran about 15 yards to get no gain as he's run out over on the right side. Second down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcats just have to keep their spirits up, and they can't give up right now. There's football to play, and they...
As we click to 6 minutes, we are right at the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. And so we've got a 15-yard penalty on Hobbs, so that'll be an automatic first down for Lovington. That'll be their 13th first down of the ball game.
Yep, and it's a gift, and that moves them a lot closer to the end zone. So
13 penalties, 110 yards against the Eagles, technically 111.
They can't dwell on the deficit on the scoreboard. They just have to play.
They do. So Lovington now in Hobbs territory from the 37-yard line. Allen rolling right side, getting pressure from the backside. Now he'll just have to sneak out into the Hobbs sideline after a pickup of 2. So a 2-yard pickup for Allen, 12 carries for 13 yards, but he has been sacked 4 times tonight. Runs out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. Wow. They're going to only give him a yard on that play.
Hey.
It's a little slow to get back in the line. Hobbling is Damian Leyva, the junior lineman. He was coming near side to block on that last play, and a little bit gimpy getting back to the line, but he's a gamer. He'll stay out there. Cats will split twins to the left, twins to the right. You've got Gutierrez in the slot on the left side. And that is where Allen's looking. He'll throw it to him, and it'll be complete. Up across the 30 to about the 26-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard completion to Jaden Gutierrez. Yeah. Move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Jaden's 5th catch of the night for 34 yards.
Aiden Gom and Samuel Zimbardi were right there to make the stop, but not before, Lovington was able to pick up that yard. It was really nice throw, good execution.
First down for the Cats, 5.5 remaining in the ball game. Trying to knock down the deficit a little bit more, even though probably too much to overcome. At the end of the season, they are going to be looking at that when it comes to Selection Sunday. Allen back to pass, has time once again. Sidearm slings that one to the far side and well underthrown. He's had good protection tonight, Dawn. It's just sometimes he and his receivers have not quite been on the same page. I think some of that comes from just being new quarterback and some new receivers out there that hadn't seen a lot of playing time.
Yeah, it looked a little like that throw he wasn't completely in control of that. It looked like it came off the side of his hand just a little bit as he let loose of it, and I think that made it just a little wobbly and a little short there. But nice try.
So it'll be second down and 10. It will stop the clock with 5:15 remaining in the ball game. Lovington second and 10 from the Hobbs 26-yard line. Hobbs will put 4 men across the front. 4-3 look with 3 linebackers in the ball game. Lovington with a tight end in the game, handed off to a new running back in the game and coming right side. And not a lot of room to run, but that'll be Jonathan Mendeville, number 15. Mendeville.
And that pronunciation is right. That was one of the new names that I checked out before we started the game.
So no gain officially for Mendeville, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Clock continues to move as blessedly a little breeze finally comes into the press box.
Yeah,
I think I've probably lost about 10 pounds up here just in sweat.
Get you some Gatorade.
I need some. And so Allen going to change the play at the line, and nope, now Coach Bailey going to take the timeout, and that's his final timeout of the ball game. 4.5 to go in it. Lovington facing a 3rd down and 10 deep in Hobbs territory. We're back in 30 seconds. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And with the timeout, the Wildcats going to have to talk about it. Now out of timeouts, 4.5 to go in the ball game, trailing 41-13. With Don Morgan on the field, I'm TJ Miracle, high above Watson Stadium. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight. Tiff Stuber, Abby Schaus keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square tonight. So Lovington has had to use some timeouts maybe they didn't want to use. Again, you're dealing with a new quarterback and some new players out there. So everybody kind of getting used to each other. First game jitters. So 3rd and 10 must convert for the Wildcats, and it'll be instead the 5th sack of the night for the Hobbs Eagles as Mackey and guess who, Meredith, will team up. They'll each get a half sack, and it'll be a 6-yard, make it a 5-yard sack.
Joseph Reza, number 13, was also right there. I think they all hit him about at once.
So Lovington will probably go for it, facing a 4th down and 15 now. With 4 minutes to go, just try and keep it. Again, you know, you've got to think about the scoring differential, even though it's a different division that will be looked at.
Well, it's good that Lovington's playing Hobbs a division up, and that does help them even if they lose.
3 and tight on the left side, single receiver to the right, back to pass, looking, firing, throwing, and into a little weak spot. That'll be complete to Jaden Gutierrez at the 20-yard line. It'll be good for 11 yards, but not good enough for the first down, and so over on down. Oh, okay, so it'll be Joaquin Vasquez instead of Jaden Gutierrez. So Vasquez gets the 11-yarder. He has the one of the Wildcat touchdowns tonight, too. So Vasquez is having a good night. 172 yards through the air for Justin Allen. But over on downs for the Hobbs Eagles. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 3.5 remaining in the ball game. So Madrano, still the quarterback. Hobbs trying to put paid to this one. Good snap. Hands it off, and nowhere to go, and losing a yard will be Hill. And we've got a new quarterback in the game for Hobbs as well.
Yeah, and Hobbs has changed out a lot of their players on the line, so they're letting some of their other
younger
players.
ends. Conlon McCool will be in as the quarterback now. So McCool now the quarterback, 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Hobbs will go 1-0. Lovington will drop to 0-1. McCool hands it off, and right to the line of scrimmage once again goes Hill. Nowhere to go, no gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. And again, they're just trying to burn as much time off the clock as they can. 2:45 remaining. As checking back into the ball game. Actually, that'll be Hill coming into the ball game. I'll have to see and catch the number on the young man who just came out.
Yeah, and he went all the way over to the other side. across the field
That'll
from
be
me.
Jaden Taylor, actually. The 2s and the 3s look a little bit similar. As
on those Hobbs jerseys.
Yeah, on the handoff to Hill this time. I'm sure it was Hill that time, and he's going to pick up 5 on the play.
So punt time as the special teams come on.
Yeah, I would think so. And we've got another Wildcat back down and another cramp, looks like. Now remember, we can't. We need to keep the camera off of the injured players. So 2:05 to go. It'll be 4th down and 5 with the injury timeout as the Cats have been cramping all over the place tonight. Of course, it's hot. It's a little humid.
And they're working really hard.
And when you're playing both ways,
That's
that
right.
takes it out of you even more.
They're, you know what? Their conditioning looks pretty good. They get gassed. I see them come over.
And that's Vasquez, so you hope he's all right. He's trotting
all right.
off.
I see them come off of the field after they've run, several plays and in there working hard, sweating, and you just forget how hard and how physical this game is and how much it takes out of you. And then you add some heat and humidity, and then you add the fact that it's fourth quarter, late in the game, and some have been two-way players and working really hard. So it's amazing that they haven't dropped.
I was going to say, it makes me tired just talking about it.
Yeah, just watching.
So 4th and 5, punt time for the Eagles. Have a couple of Cats back deep to receive, including Zach Diaz. And the kick is up, and away. And that one is going to bounce and then take a Lovington bounce, and it'll be stopped at midfield, hit the Wildcat 45, then came back to midfield, and that's where Lovington will take over. 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard line with 1:55 remaining in the ball game. So let's see if Lovington's going to send the starters out or if they're going to wave the white flag too. Try and get some younger players in, get them some experience. So Don, help me pick up if it's going to be Allen at the quarterback.
They're all huddled, so I'll have to wait till they break to see.
Because right where they're standing, that is right in the biggest smudge on the window.
Yeah, of course, that's where the coaches pick to come and stand right in front of me.
And so they will hand it off as about a 1-yard gain. And yep, that's still Allen out there. Yep, it is. And that was Diaz. So 1 yard for Diaz. 20 carries, 96 yards. Can we find him 4 more yards somewhere, please? Please.
We like those even numbers and break
I want to see him. I want to see him get to the century mark tonight. I mean, the first half he only had 13 yards, and so now to be knocking on the door of 100 is pretty impressive. 1:23 to go. Diaz will be on the right shoulder. 4 receiver set, trips to the left side. Fake the handoff to Diaz, and Allen will keep it himself, and he will lose a couple of yards on the designed quarterback run.
Yeah, he gets smothered, and the first one to get to him was number 25, and that is Devin Ruiz.
It was 3rd down and 12 now for the Wildcats. We are under a minute to play, 55 seconds to go, 41-13. Hobbs in the lead. So Hobbs will go to 1-0. Lovington will drop to 0-1. With more rivalry games to come 1 week from tonight. Lovington against Portales at Wildcat Stadium. Hobbs versus Artesia at the Bulldog Bowl. 4 receiver set this time. Twins left, twins right. Allen handles it, throws it over to the left side. Complete.
Nope. It's in and out of the hands of Carter Moore.
So in and out, incomplete.
For Carter Moore.
So it'll be. Yes, it does. So now 4th down and 12 for the Wildcats. 31 seconds to go. Got nothing to lose by going for it here. But they're going to send Alexander out to punt it away. You just don't want to give up a big return here.
31 seconds on the clock.
So Hobbs does not put anybody back deep. As Alexander will get to it, he'll boot it away. It'll bounce at the 25, take a Lovington bounce down inside the 10.
Wow.
Still rolls down to about the 6-yard line.
Nice.
And so a good punt there from Hayden Alexander.
Yeah, it went up sort of flat, and then when it hit, it went end over end. So, nice
So
work.
now victory formation time for the Hobbs Eagles. as they will win this one by a final score of 41-13. So Hobbs will send everybody back out as McCool, I would guess, will just take the knee. Of course, they do have Seamus Wright back out there, too. But they are going to go into victory formation, and they'll just have to kneel it once, and that will be enough to end this one. So McCool will actually be the one who takes the loss on the kneel down, and he's not even going to kneel it. He just holds it, and he could have just stood there for the next 20 seconds, and I wouldn't have had to have given him the loss.
Right.
But I'll have to write that down. But he stepped forward towards the line, so it's just a negative 2-yard loss. And our final score tonight is Hobbs 41, Lovington 13. We'll be back with your postgame report right after this as Wildcat football on the postgame show coming up here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here at Watson Stadium, your Lovington Wildcat postgame show here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ. Don patrolling the sideline. TJ Miracle, Don Morgan, Braden Cooper on the camera. So the Cats fall tonight by a final of 41-13. Looking at the numbers for this one for the victorious Hobbs Eagles, Junior Medrano in his first start gets the win. He goes 7 of 16 for 71 yards and 1 touchdown for Medrano. That was a 31-yarder to Justice French. Now on the ground, it was the Hobbs Eagle ground show, especially for Seamus Wright. Wright carries the ball 14 times for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns, including touchdowns of 36 and 64 yards. Junior Medrano, also a good night on the ground. He carries 12 times for 106 yards. He also had a 23-yard touchdown. He was only sacked once, and it was only for 2 yards. Braddock Beatty also 1 carry, 54 yards on a reverse, took it to the house. And then in mop-up duty, Hill and Taylor and McCool all combined for a cumulative 3 yards. Justice French, the leading receiver tonight, 4 catches for 68 yards for the Eagles. 71 through the air, 402 on the ground, 473 total for Hobbs in the offensive categories. They were flagged 11 times for 110 yards, and they wound up with 13 first downs in the ball game. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats, and Justin Allen's first start. He goes 14 of 25 for 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 INT. Tyler Reeves and Joaquin Vasquez, the recipient of those touchdowns. Vasquez, the leading receiver tonight, 3 catches for 38 yards. Jaden Gutierrez, 5 catches for 34 yards. Tough sledding on the ground tonight. Zach Diaz, though, wound up with 96 yards on 20 carries. So in the second half, he wound up with, math has never been my strong suit, 73 yards on the ground in the second half. So big turnaround there. Allen, 14 carries for 6 yards. He had problems tonight when the protection broke down. He got sacked 5 times tonight. Then Gutierrez with 1 carry, 9 yards. Elijah Rivera, 2 carries for 6 yards. 172 through the air, 117 on the ground. Cumulatively, 289 total yards for the Wildcats. They were flagged 10 times for 100 yards tonight, and they did all of their scoring in the third quarter. So Lovington will fall now to 0-1 on the season. Hobbs going to 1-0. The Eagles, of course, will be moving on to play another District 4 5A opponent next week, and that will be, of course, the Artesia Bulldogs. You'll be able to see and hear that game on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel with Ty Friend and Sav Anthony. Of course, Lovington, we get to go back to the friendly confines. Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium, the friendly blue turf tonight or next week, as the team in red from Roosevelt, that would be the Rams of Portales, coming to town. We'll have that for you right here, Lovington Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. So, even though it didn't come out the way they necessarily wanted it tonight, I still think a lot of lessons for this Wildcat squad to learn. And this Hobbs team is very big and very strong, very fast, very talented. So Lovington, can take this and kind of use it to measure going forward, as Coach Bailey having a long conversation with this squad down there, as you would expect. So Lovington, of course, going to try and bounce back, but a good way to do that in another rivalry game coming up 1 week from tonight back at Wildcat Stadium. Of course, we will have your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show next week and your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. But now, I'm going to get my sponsor straight. First game of the season with your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation. Dawn Morgan, you're on.
Hey, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Head Coach Bailey. You know what? You told your team in the huddle that you're proud of them. They worked hard, but working hard doesn't always mean that you get the results you want on the scoreboard.
No, ma'am. That's life. That's football. That is what it is. And it stinks, I watch these guys work every day, so I believe in my heart that they deserve to win, but that's just not how it works,
Well, but you did say, you're going to work on getting better tomorrow. Going to watch film, get patched up, watch film, get better, get ready for next Friday night. But I think there were a lot of positives that you can take away from tonight. A lot. This is your first game of the season. You're going up against a 6A team,
Yes, ma'am.
and you kept it scoreless till almost halftime, and you're working with a young quarterback, and you do have some veterans and some leadership, but you got a lot of younger players out there in really their first game and their first test. I got to say, 41-13 hurts when you're on that end. There's nothing you can say to make that feel better. But as a coach, I would think that you guys, you see some work to be done, but you see a lot of good things out there too.
Yeah, they always say it's never as good or as bad as you think till you watch the film, and it hurts. And I feel like there's probably some things that we can be excited about once we watch the film, like you said. But obviously we're disappointed. Hats off to Hobbs. They're really good, and their coaching staff's good. And so, at the end of the day, you can't play as poorly as we did against a team of that caliber. And when we're competing hard that first quarter and a half, and then, it's hard for us to hold in there sometimes. We've got to just continue to get more help from other guys. So our guys at the top are doing a good job. We just got to find some depth.
Man, you got some good, stepping up in that second half, especially Diaz played a heck of a second half in that game, and you had other players stepping up as well. As you said, Hobbs is just a really good team this year, and you guys lost to a really good team. It's your first game of the season. Only problem here is you're in a huge district, again, like last year. You don't have that many non-district games to put everything together before it really counts.
No, ma'am. I mean, that's just the way it is, and that's the world we live in right now. And so, I believe this team can get better quick. That's my opinion. I told them in the huddle right there, I said, if you truly love each other, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to get better. I mean, if you really love each other hard, you're going to hold together instead of fall apart. And I believe that about this team.
It's really hard to do well, to hang together, to love each other when you win. If you lose, that's challenging. That's more challenging, and it tests your character.
Yes, ma'am. It really doesn't mean much when you're winning. If you're able to, all be, butterflies and roses and everybody's happy, that's easy. Anybody can do that. We say, sometimes we go against teams that we call front runners, and we don't want to be front runners. Guys, everything's good when it's good, but it's really bad when it's bad. We want to be guys of integrity and, talk about being fearless and do the right thing all the time. And so it's hard sometimes, but, I think that we will.
You started off the huddle by telling these guys this loss doesn't define them. It's how you react. It's how you get back up. And they've got a week, and you guys have a week to sort of work on that, figure that out, and then go against Portales. They're a perennial, rivalry game, I guess, even though they're down a division now for you. What do you expect out of next Friday, and what are you guys going to be doing?
Well, I saw their coaches here, so they got a good look up and close, personal. I know that they'll be ready for us. I have all the respect in the world for Coach Ramirez, and I think that their program is always tough. They're just going to play hard, and they do great things. They got great athletes. I know that they're a little young in some spots, so I've talked to Coach Ramirez quite a bit, and I just know that if we don't come out and we don't make the most out of the film and get better this week, then we'll have a hard time next week. But I do think that there's improvements that we can make quickly.
It's going to be nice to play on your home field, right?
Love being home in front of everybody at home, and the blue turf, and I can't wait.
Can't wait either. We'll be there with you. Coach, really a lot of good things tonight to talk about and to think of. Thank you for your time, as always, at halftime and after the game. It's always very gracious. We appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys for your coverage.
Welcome. All right.
Dawn Morgan with our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation with Coach Josh Bailey. And with that, we will put a wrap on this one, my friends, as it was a scoreless slugfest through the first quarter and a half. But then the Hobbs running game comes alive and puts 400 rushing yards and 41 points on the board to take it to the Lovington Wildcats tonight. Our final score, Hobbs 41, Lovington 13. For Tiff Stuber and Abby Schaus, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. For Braden Cooper running the camera. For Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Watson Stadium in Hobbs. We'll see you next Friday night from the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. More Wildcat football here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.
This has been the Wildcat Postgame Show on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, BMB Rentals and Services, Man Welding, and Lovington Schools. Lovington football has also been a presentation of First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, and Stone Oilfield Service. Thanks for watching and listening to the Lovington Wildcats. This has been an exclusive presentation of Knoll Mart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.